Maybe a little one? Well, boy, you don't want to keep moving along, you hear? Customs over Imperial's level be right ahead now. Off you go. Still here, eh? Don't say you weren't warned, boy.
Big up. And welcome to the Pod Topic Podcast. I am your host, Tom, and with me I have other hosts. I have Chris Howitzerbug.
Hello.
I have Taryn.
I exist, and that's everybody else's problem.
And, of course, we have Jonny back with us.
Yeah, I'm back for good now. You ain't getting rid of me.
Yeah, motherfucker.
It's finally happened. It's the bit of like podcast DLC everyone has been waiting for. Well, I mean, we've all been waiting for. Fuck all what you all think. But we finally downloaded our new regular host. Maybe semi-regular. It'll be semi. But
In the country.
here it is. Paid. It cost, well, Jonny, loads. Yeah. So you'll better appreciate it.
On this podcast, we have several pots filled with topics from community and the hosts and whatnot. And we pull them all out at random, talk for 2 hours whilst drinking whiskey, which come in a bag today.
Tom.
This is a pouch,
It's a
man.
faux velvet pouch,
It
isn't
is
it? Like,
Velvet.
Yeah, velvet, yeah.
velvet.
Well,
Fake it.
I took one look at it and thought, dice bag.
Yeah, no, actually, that's
Yeah, hell
pretty
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
dice
that's
bag,
a
isn't it?
good dice bag.
So we have here a bottle of Crown Royal because it was the cheapest thing I could get on Amazon Prime Now delivery.
Seriously?
One
That's
of them.
where it came from?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Delivered within an hour of ordering it. And, of course, it doesn't have a nice pop.
It's
it
a
doesn't
screw
even
top.
have a crack.
No crack, just a quiet.
This is a stealthy whiskey.
No, it's a Canadian.
We'll just shake the bottle of it.
That's quite a nice sound.
It is.
I mean, being Canadian, it's fitting that the opening will make no mark whatsoever. 'cause
Canadian,
hey.
Is this customary now? You always pour it in a teapot?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Regardless of...
Well, I mean, if it's just the two of us, sometimes we'll skip over that. But yeah, this is funny. Also, yeah, we've got you one of the
I
shit
know,
ones.
it deserves nothing more.
Yeah, good. Entering into the spirit of things, fantastic.
As far as I understand it, Crown Royal is kind of the Canadian, slightly fancier than shit brand of whiskey. So we'll see what it's like. It smells quite nice, I must admit.
Thank you.
Actually, it does. That's not bad at all.
I mean, it smells. It smells like the sort of whiskey liqueur flavouring you get
actually, I'm
in
not
cheap
sure.
chocolate liqueurs.
But I like those.
Well, then we
So-
should be all right. Oh, I see. Everyone's having a sip, aren't they?
Oh!
That's not good.
No, it doesn't
God
taste as good as it
damn
smells.
That's not good. That is like ethanol with, like you say, a liqueur chocolate in it.
Yeah. It feels... the taste is sort of hollow. Like...
Yeah. But it came in a bag.
But it came in a bag.
I mean, it tastes.
Redeemed.
It
You know where the
tastes-
money went.
Yeah.
it tastes like some bog standard grain whiskey that has for flavouring. Like they've gone out and they've found some people who've drunk some really cheap single malts and then captured their tears.
It was originally created to commemorate the royal visit by King George I. Or should I say, 6th?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's really bad
And
writing.
then they forgot to put the cork in, and then they've just bottled it last
Yeah, I
year.
think so, yeah.
No, they were trying to get rid of the royals by that point.
There we go, Canadian whiskey. It always misses the mark, doesn't it? Right, cool. Right, should we get on with it?
Yeah, let's do it.
What have we been up to? Well, I suppose there was a party.
There was a party, and in fact, eagle-eyed listeners will have noticed that the last episode or the last issue went up a little bit late.
Day. I was a bit tired on Sunday. In
Yes.
fact, I woke up about 2 and I thought, I'll just keep napping for a bit because I feel a bit...
Did you sleep?
Yeah, on Sunday.
Oh, for how long?
A day?
Oh, really?
Hence why I kind of lost track of time and got the podcast up late. But there we go. So, started a party on Friday and it kind of went on till Monday, really.
Yeah, Monday?
it
Oh,
Monday
for
or
you, I suppose, Monday.
There were definitely people still here on Monday.
No, there wasn't. Everyone went home Sunday night.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a good party.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It was a good party, as evidenced by the fact it's managed to scramble up your time quite as effectively as it has.
Wicked.
Yeah.
It had everything. It had broken kitchens. It had broken people. It had a little bit of whinging, but mainly just all happy and friendly.
Yeah.
Lovely.
No, it was. It's got to be said, like, when it comes to hosting parties, you always expect, like, there's going to be some breakages, there's going to be some missing bits and pieces. You know, I've personally, I've never really experienced those said breakages to be the kitchen floor before.
No, that was quite
Floor.
cool.
Yeah. We've got some now fully loose tiles.
Did someone
Did you work out
drop
where
it?
that came from?
Nah.
Okay.
It's either shit install or it's subsidence or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
column A, column B, column C being the ever-present drunk people. Mm-hmm. So yeah, no, I mean that was pretty cool. That was lovely to come home to, like, house full of people. There was somebody else whose birthday it was. And,
Oh yeah, someone random turned up and it was his 30th birthday that day.
Really?
And I found out 5 seconds before everyone brought me my cake, so I thoroughly embarrassed him. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool.
And quite a nice surprise for me is somebody turned up who I hadn't seen in a very long time. In fact, Chris, I think you'll know him. Thomas Sheehan.
Oh, Tom Sheehan, God.
Yeah. It's an old.
That's not his name anymore, is it?
No, well, I'm not going to say his name because, you know, it's internet and whatnot. But yeah, no, that was lovely. I hadn't seen him in well over a decade,
He was
I
a
guess.
dude.
And then at some point, there he was in my hallway, which was lovely. You know, and had a lovely time, just a lovely time.
It was lovely. No one got too silly. No, it did.
No, plenty of people got quite
Fucking silly. So yeah, but I'm sure stories will come up about that later, rather than dwell on it any longer.
True.
Fuck it. What else have we been up to? Anyone else?
I mean, I can go.
Go for it.
Yeah, I arrived back in the country on Thursday, and then the party was on Friday, so that was a very nice welcome. I don't know if that was planned, but it was lovely that it coincided.
We'll go with yes to make you feel better.
Well, I was surprised, and then Taz suggested it was, and then I wasn't sure if he was taking the piss. But in any way, it was lovely. I had my first day at work today. I used a contactless card for the first time today, which was a
How
very
novel was that?
odd experience. Well, yeah, because I pressed it up against the thing and then it went beep, and then I waited for a transaction to happen and some conversations, and then I stood there for a bit, and she looked at me and I was like, "Are we done?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, bye, thank you."
We are living in Star Trek.
Sort of wandered uncomfortably away from the bar. It didn't feel right.
No interaction whatsoever. That's the future.
Yeah, contact
Yeah.
in more than one way.
Yeah.
Contactless.
I'm impressed you managed to, like, just get it right first time.
Well, I tried it a couple of times when it didn't work, and that was really embarrassing. I was like, "Nah, you don't have a contactless card." And I felt like I didn't have balls or something. I was like, shit. So yes, I'm initiated. I'm back.
Yeah, and no, very well done. I've seen enough people try to use their contactless cards, obviously well-used contactless cards, and not. I've seen people come at the reader from all angles, varying speeds, and fuck it up in a veritable cornucopia of fashions.
Maybe
So-
that's something I should try, getting it at different angles and see how angular it can be before it stops contacting, as it were. That'd be fun. Like,
How close
go
can you get
45,
it?
go.
Yeah.
Trying to perfect the perfect minimum distance on
Yeah,
which
exactly.
it will start working on maximum
See,
distance.
I tend to go for the leave it in your wallet and spaff it into the reader as hard as I can.
Another thing I discovered today, it's not particularly exciting, but it's terrifying for me, is that I'm going to be having to do some tax returns.
What?
I'm partly freelance in the work I'm doing.
Don't worry about it.
But because it's a new thing, and I'm like, it's something I have to plan for a year, and then, so that's scary. Because I'm used to doing things, well, an hour at a time, more or less. So,
Yeah.
Allow me to tell
yes,
you.
because I know
how-
you went through this.
Okay, so the situation was simple. I knew I had to keep hold of my invoices and receipts.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept them for a whole year, and then it got to within a couple of months of needing to put in my tax return. I panicked. I hired an accountant, and then everything was fine.
How much was the accountant? Was it worth it?
Well, okay, so separately, I hired a bookkeeper, and then she sorted out the accountant. And yeah, because do you know what? All I had to do was just keep hold of shit, and then after a while, just go.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, it costs a couple of hundreds, a few hundreds, but that's a few hundred where I don't have to do any work or think about it or care in the slightest.
I mean, that does sound wonderful.
It's pretty much the way forwards.
I mean, also, the people I'm working for said, like, you can try and claim back a lot. Like, if you travel to where you're working, claim that. And things like that. Like, the monthly travel card.
Oh, yeah. Travel, for sure.
And then it starts to sound like, in the long run, I might actually make more money. Which is actually quite a nice realisation.
Yes. Yeah.
Is there a higher tax on it or something? Or?
No. You still pay the same amount of tax, but because a bunch of that shit is sort of the VAT is refundable. You can, like, once all that's done, the accountant, bookkeeper, whoever you got dealing it, they'll say, well, okay, they'll do all the maths for you, and they'll go, this is the tax you need to pay, which would be less than if you're on sort of standard pay as you earn sort of shit.
International listeners, this is how dumb our economy is.
It's
a good system, as in there's a system. I've been used to a system. Systems, they work, I guess. Wow, yeah. I sound like the man, don't I? My lord.
Oh, Johnny,
what have I become?
Man.
Apologies for dragging you all down, or all two of you. I don't know how many there are listening. Down my rabbit hole of boring work stuff, but it's quite a big hill at the moment. So appreciate it, and thank you, Taran, for the.
Yeah, no worries. No. I mean the whole sort of tax. Refundable VAT shit. That's wicked, especially if you end up doing a lot of work at home. Guess what, Johnny?
What?
That's some of your rents you can claim on. Oh, it's juicy. It's so juicy.
Then maybe it's in my interest to get a lot of students at my house, so that I can do that too.
Yeah, I mean I suppose that's one use for students at your house.
Yeah, by using them as coffee tables and bookshelves.
To any prospective students or my wife or the place I'm about to work for, I have no idea what they're talking about. To anyone else,
why are you winking at us, Johnny?
With my third eye.
So I suppose I should have been spent the last few days hunting for a new job and doing the boring thing. But
Did you leave work?
No, I've been on holiday for the last few days and I need a new job.
There we are. Okay.
Yeah.
But I thought it was more important to get over the party and play a shitload of video games. So I played a shitload of video games.
We didn't do the VR stuff.
No, we didn't. We could do a bit tonight, though, if you fancy it. Speaking about VR, fucking Thumper.
Oh, dude.
Rhythm
that looks
based.
like...
You are a little beetle, for all intents and purposes. It doesn't really matter. You're a thing. Travelling down a track, and it's basically a rhythm game. So you've got to do certain things at certain times on the track.
Cool.
Very simple. Except you've got this stonking, depressing, industrial, nasty, rhythmical music happening in your head. And the track is in time with that. That in VR is fun. Apart from that, Tokyo 42.
What the fuck is Tokyo 42?
It's fucking zen. It's such a zen, beautiful game. You are an assassin. Hang on.
Zen.
Yep.
Zen.
You're in a world where everyone's taking this pill that means they live forever.
Okay.
And there's some weird industrial corporate conspiracy thing going on with that. But you're an assassin in a world where people can't die. So it's basically just for financial reasons, sabotage reasons, that kind of thing, corporate reasons. But you get framed for an actual murder. Someone actually dies and you get framed for it. And so you're on the run. So you're trying to find out what's going on with that. Really cool, really nice aesthetic. It's all kind of isometric, blown out colours and stuff like that. It's beautiful to look at.
What do you do? How do you play? What's the...
It's
mechanics?
Running around almost like isometric down view of the world.
First person,
and
third person?
No, like from above yourself,
okay.
way far out, like
okay,
a camera
right.
blown out. Like you're seeing this city as a little miniature scape thing as you're running around it, almost like a GTA, like the original GTA games sort of thing.
Black and white or something like that.
Almost very blown out colours, yeah. And you're kind of using your mouse to point and aim and run, and it's all like parkoury and stuff like that as well. That's really cool.
Cool.
Incidentally, there is a really good, just a quick change of pace. There's a really good book called Death at Intervals, which is about this. It's about a society in which suddenly everybody stops dying. And it's about how a world tries to deal with that, including the Christian church, the Catholic church, because they realise if no one's dying, they don't have any meaning. Without death, they are meaningless. They're like, shit, kill people, quick, find out how to kill people. We need to. It's a fantastic book.
Oh, that does sound good.
Jose Saramago.
I like him.
Yeah.
What did I read? I read Blind. I think it's Blindness.
Blindness is, I think, his seminal one.
Yeah.
Amazing. And just one more game that needs a shout out is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Battlegrounds. It's Battle Royale. It is Battle Royale. You're on an island, you scavenge weapons, and you kill everyone in sight until you're the last one remaining.
That sounds wonderful.
On an island of 100 people.
Why is it taking so long to make a game out of that?
There are many, because this one actually comes from a mod of Armour and H1Z1 and all. People have been making this game for a while.
It's in a vein of games that's emerged.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is kind of like it's the first proper developer who did the original Armour release of this type of game. He's actually sat down and gone, right, well, let's make it for real. And it's fucking beautiful.
Nice.
The mechanics are so much fun. Running around, you feel completely unpowered until you scavenge shit from houses, but then you've got to be really quiet because someone will hear you coming and you can't get in a car unless you're really desperate. And all the time you're on this island and you're being hunted, the player map is kind of being cut away from you because there's a bubble of like electricity, a force field that you can't be outside of or you'll die. And so that's just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Nice. And you're getting in a smaller area and you're hearing more and more people run past you because you're not in a big spacey island anymore. Spacey island. You're now getting crawling into like bushes and stuff and you can hear someone and they could be like 3 foot away from you and you don't notice.
You can't just like run around killing people.
Oh no, because you will die.
Shot. So it is very, very much...
Yeah,
pick your moment.
Couple shots, you're dead.
Right.
So fuck yeah. I've sat there for the entirety of today playing that. It's so much fun.
It's also a hugely entertaining game to watch because like there's no real heads up when it comes to other players. You will know they're nearby because you can hear shots in the distance, or maybe you can hear a vehicle moving around or something. Yeah.
In the background, it's like, fuck.
But more often than not, like it's like you won't know that there's a player in your immediate vicinity until you're looting a house. You go up into a room, you pick up some cool kit, and go, "Ooh, this looks interesting." Turn around, and there's a dude with a shotgun at the door, and you both panic, and go, "Ah!" Bang, 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 bang.
It's a game of everyone just going, shit.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's good fun. So if anyone wants to play that with me, listeners, I know Rikard's already said yes, he's up for it, so let me know.
See if I can
cool. Actually,
Hickory on Steam.
Quick shout out to Rikard. Thank you for reading the book and getting in contact with Tom and telling him that was very nice of you. And I'm glad you enjoyed
the party,
it.
When we were like,
okay. So me, do you know what? There's not been a whole lot. The party was pretty much the highlight of it. So I'll go to first off E3s this week, which is good. If you like video games,
I almost bought a Switch today.
Right.
Fuck. Which I'm not going to go too much into because I've had plenty of people who do listen to the podcast mention to me. It's like, no, I do like the podcast. It's just like when it gets to like video games and shit, I just tend to turn off. So fair enough. But yeah, no,
just spend the last 10 minutes talking about video games.
Yes, so we don't need any more. But yeah, no, that's all really cool. I'm all very excited. I've actually been catching that at work. We've got a smart TV, so we've been watching it there, which is
fun.
Awesome. What else there? Oh, of course, there was the Lecky Shannon. There's the little Lecky.
Yes, indeed.
The little Lecky.
On the day I got back, I forgot to mention that. I got off the plane, got in my parents' car, and they drove me to the polling station, and I voted. It was a lovely experience. No, it was. Really nice to be a part of this. Did you see Mr. Corbyn sort of trolling Mrs. May in the first Prime Minister's questions?
Wait, 1 second now. What's up? What's with all this Mr. and Mrs.?
Well, it's not a trait. It's just something I happened to do then.
Okay, fair enough.
Do you want me to not do it for everybody all the time? Is there a limit to that?
But it's fucking Mandem Corbyn and Maybot 2000s.
I agree with the Maybot because whatever was installed in her was installed in one of her representatives on an interview recently.
They're
all doing it.
So this was a conversation that again we keep bringing it up. But our friend our friend Björn, me and him had a conversation, and there were all the standard jokes about
Was
like
it a full conversation?
yeah, well, it was a typical smashed up conversation with Björn, but like there was all the kind of general jokes of Theresa May is just a bunch of fucking haunted rat skeletons filling out a vulture person, but like
that one.
and then they're crammed inside a human shaped automaton. But then we started talking about the automaton. And Björn and I, we came to the realization it's the only thing that makes any possible sense. But Theresa May is an automaton of some description, entirely programmed in BASIC, and not at all Y2K compatible.
Remember this vividly now. Yes.
It's like, that's nailed everything. That's why at 2000 she ticks back to the 1900s and is trying to take us back to 1917.
Fantastic.
Anyway, sorry, you got off the plane and you went and voted.
I mean, that was pretty much the end of that. It was just a wonderful experience. And then, because you wanted to talk about the election,
Oh yeah,
just the fact that I had the tiniest of hands, as every voter does, in that was rather lovely. Not that I'm in any way divulging who I may have voted for.
Just a bit.
Why would I do that?
yeah. No, I mean that must be quite cool actually. Sort of getting on the plane, sort of like right, landed. Dum dum dum, time to do my duty. Dum dum dum, Mark. Yes.
You strike me as a fellow who would have voted for Lord Buckethead.
If he were in my constituency.
If he'd been in my constituency for sure.
What constituency was he representing?
Same as Theresa May.
He was literally standing against Theresa May.
There's that
Is
picture,
it Maidenheads? I think it was somewhere in Kent. I don't know.
Fantastic.
But yeah, no, that whole thing happened, and that
Maidenhead, bucket
was
head, okay.
fucking hilarious. The whole thing was fucking hilarious. I love the fact that quick bit of politics here. I'm not going to dwell on this or anything, but I love the fact that the whole snap election was called, like, again, you turning and said, oh, we're not going to have a snap election. Actually, do you know what? We are, because I need to increase the number of seats I have in the House before entering.
I need to do a political power play.
Exactly.
I love that she said, I'm not going to have one because we need a strong and stable government. Oh, wait, we're going to have one because it will help us have a strong and stable government.
And, yeah, I mean, first off, she should have seen like how should have watched the recent playbook on Tory power plays and see how exactly how that went for Hamron. But yeah, so she did this to get more seats, and not only did she lose seats, but the opposition gained loads more. And in fact, the other party, I mean, Green Party lost some, but Lib Dems did well. They gained some seats. And it's come to the point that it backfired so hard on Theresa May that she had to get into bed with some cartoon fucking Irishes.
Oh my God.
to claim a majority.
Sorry, what?
They're insane. The DUP.
I know, they're awful, but what did you just call them?
Cartoon Irishes.
Okay.
So like she's had to do
There are
that.
lots of bad things about them that you could list rather than that. That's
Oh come on, they're fucking cartoon characters. The
okay,
bunch
fine.
of them.
Yes, that bit I agree with.
I mean, one of them tried to ban drinking at a beer festival.
Yes, I saw that.
So fair game. But I love the
that
fact.
story basically boils down to old person said something stupid once.
Yes, well, true.
They sound American to me when you read the description. You're like, why are you not in like Texas? What's going on?
Everywhere apart from Austin. Austin's awesome.
But it's. I think the whole thing's fucking hilarious because not only did she lose seats, did the Tories lose seats, but in order to keep a majority, they've had to get in bed with another party, which with the total amount of seats, they've still lost seats. It's a fucking lose across the board for them, and it now means yes, we've got some fucking Stone Age Irish shillelagh slinging dickheads having a piece of a party at the table, and it's going to be funny.
No,
it's going to be.
She actually said it in the first Prime Minister's Question Time when the Speaker of the House, John Bercow, was elected unanimously again. She actually said, "Well, at least somebody got a landslide," and everyone was like, trying her best to mock herself, but I'm not sure her. Weak
And then
Corbyn.
Man Corbden. I'm trying to make it work.
Corbyn, with his Elijah Wood's son.
Fucking
Jeremy Corbyn.
snapped straight into it and used the strong and stable line against her as well.
Yeah.
All of it. The Coalition of Chaos, every single catchphrase.
To be fair, stop fucking around in Parliament, get on with some stuff. I mean, come on, they really were fucking around that day.
No, we need a bit. I think
That's what they do
as much as I love the fact that
Prime Minister
Corbyn's all serious and does his stuff, you need a bit of flamboyance. You need a bit of that edgy, kind of antagonising. It's important, I think.
But for me, I mean, I personally, I did have a concern that if Labour did take it and had the majority and had to run us through the Brexit negotiations, that would go very, very badly for them. I think this is a really good outcome because the Tories are not going to do. First things first. My main reason is I didn't want Labour to get in the firing line and get politically assassinated.
Are you saying that?
Secondly, and this is an important one, comedy has been really good recently, guys. Political comedy, it's come back. It's the English satire has fucking come back in a big way with things like Jonathan Pye and whatnot. It's good. It's really good, and I didn't want that to go away.
And what with Trump and everything happening in this country, John Oliver is actually back on it with Last Week Tonight.
Yes,
he's not doing boring topical shit, which is really important, but has no place in that show. He's doing Last Week Tonight. He's actually doing what the bloody show's originally supposed to be about, and it's a lot funnier. Although I'm not sure I'm not sure the argument holds absolute water that everything should be miserable because we can laugh better or we can laugh more.
Yeah, but the way this has come, it's going to have a lot of the misery buffed out because it's they don't have a huge majority. I think it's going to be fine. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. This is as results have gone, this is the one I've worried least about in a very, very long time.
It does feel optimistic. It's a very nice feeling. I'd just like to say one more thing, because you made me think of it when you were talking about all the Theresa May stuff and how flippy-floppy she's been. We often think with politicians we have to be vigilant and be aware of all the things they're doing, but the other thing we forget is that it's so easy to get tired of it all. We remember that we can't get tired. I think that's the most important thing. We can't get bored of all of the tricks that they play because they do it so much that we're just like, oh, well, fuck it then. And we lose interest.
I see what you're saying.
We actually have to remain vigilant against the tiredness, against the incessant changing and boredom.
And that's what the comedy's going to help, to be fair. It's going to keep us in a great gauge, isn't it?
It does indeed.
Cool. Chris, what have you been up to, chap?
Well, I can't really compete with all that.
I mean, I didn't do anything. I was just talking about video games and politics. So away you go, chap.
I had a terribly English caravanning weekend in Hastings.
Oh, dear.
That sounds lovely.
Damn.
It was lovely.
That is British as
It was
fuck.
very lovely. It made me very aware of my receding hairline when I got sunburnt on the top of my head for the first time.
Dude.
Man, 30 sucks.
30's all right.
Ain't bad.
32's a kicker. That weekend kills you.
Yeah, no, it was good. Adventure golf was fun. Walking around eating chips and...
Was it like the golf down on the shore?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, no, they got a pretty cool.
They had the Crazy Golf World Championships were doing their Hastings bit of the.
Nice.
That was quite funny. All these weird blokes dressed up in strange teams, like colours and costumes and stuff. That was quite amusing. I did that. And the other thing I did was I went to the what was it called? Alice Underground Bar something.
Oh, okay. What? Just to the bar? Did you not?
Just to the bar.
Oh, so you didn't do the show before?
No, that's on the list to do.
Oh,
the bar was quite fun.
It is good. Yes, the bar is great fun. Do it. If you can get tickets, go see that thing.
Cool.
Go enjoy that. It's not going to be. We won't have had the same experiences, so I can't wait to compare. Well, actually, no, don't compare with me. Compare with Heather. She remembers things.
Okay.
Is this like a walk-through theatre experience type of thing?
Yes.
A bit like Punch Drunk?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Is it still on?
Yes, still on. Yeah.
It's in the old Vic tunnels.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, one of the vaults.
Okay, wonderful. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
It's very cool. I'd be happy to go again because there are four potential paths to take. Doing that,
you can do it.
Only did the one of them. Yeah. Well, cool. I can't remember what I did. I think I went. Was it? It was either Eat Me or Drink Me, and then we ended up as one of the black suits.
Chris.
Alrighty, right.
Yeah, shall we do it?
Yeah, fuck it. And
Let's
I'm
go.
going to say this is recorded on the 14th of June for the release on the 25th.
Yay.
Professional podcast.
Got it in before we were halfway through.
Podcast.
Excellent. Although with that intro of politics and video games, we are about halfway through. So let's get on with that.
Boom. Okay, cool. So, Johnny, we haven't had you around for a while.
Do it.
Would you care to draw us one from the hot pot?
One from the hosts.
Your hotty dillapotty? The hoot boot.
A do. Flappy, flappy.
What have we got now?
Oh, it's from. Okay. Shall I say who it's from?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's from you, mate. Chris.
Yay.
Name, then describe what you think the official PTP ale would be.
Oh, the official ale. Oh, and okay, so we got to name it and we got to describe
Name it and describe it.
it. Okay, cool. Right,
don't remember writing that.
It's literally banana juice, and it tastes like Crown Royal. Fuck it.
Okay, well, hang on. So we got banana bread beer, and then we got Innocent Gun, which is kind of like
Whiskey.
aged in whiskey barrels, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So are we looking at maybe some sort of banana bread beer aged in?
I like the idea of it being called
like that.
literally banana juice and being anything but that.
It would have to be called a Hot Topic.
Oh, that's all right.
yes.
That is actually all right.
Does that mean it needs to be an IPA then?
Yeah, that would make more sense, wouldn't it?
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Hop topic.
Okay, that's our first line.
Okay.
So what else we got going on now?
Do you want flavours as well? You want?
Yeah, let's have some
Yeah,
flavours.
we
Yeah,
got to describe
What would
it.
the percentage be?
Quite high.
every single one
be
of
a
these
high
has got to
one.
be like 40.
Well, I mean,
Malt liquor style.
Brewdog did release a 33.3% ale.
Yeah.
called
Really?
Tactical
Yeah.
Nuclear Penguin, which was fantastic. So we could
Okay,
match that, I
so
reckon.
30 is 30%.
Okay, solid.
Okay.
So yeah, kind of.
Wait, how many episodes have there been?
This is episode 62.
We can't
Okay, so
say
62% then, fine done. You can have 2 bottles, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
Oh,
talking.
it gets served in little tiki bottles.
Okay, fine.
Well, it's got to be from a glass teapot. Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we've got to decide the whiskey before we decide how to serve it. Sorry, the
beer.
ale. Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. I mean, I do like the hop topic. I do like the hop topic, but I also do really like literally banana juice, and it being not at all banana juice. No banana has.
We can have
It's not even
several.
no flirtation.
We can have a
banana.
range.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you want us to do each individually, or come up with one together?
Whatever. I don't even
I
remember
think
writing it.
mixing it together is a good thing.
Brainstorm, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it tastes nothing like banana juice.
Yeah, that one's got to just be, I don't know. Let's have like the opposite of stout. Like thick as fucking night stout.
Okay.
The taste of nothing. It's like gulping jelly.
Yes, there's no content
There's
to
no
it.
content.
It's just basically piss water.
Well, okay, so that would be our alcohol free, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's the alcohol-free one. It's literally banana juice. Yes.
Is it called literally banana juice?
Yeah, that's the alcohol-free one.
Perfect.
It's literally banana juice.
Cool. So the stout, I don't know. Let's go back to. Let's dig deep. As I brought it up earlier on, maybe we have one where the picture at least is 2 giant crayfish in a dog wearing a dog skin, and just call it "Bitches Be Cray Cray." Call back to episode 6.
I like it.
That would be our stout.
I'm trying to think of repeat jokes now.
I think we all are.
I mean, we got to fit the kawaii Illuminati in there somewhere, haven't we?
I'm trying to get an Orangafruüp with lots of peas in it.
Oh my god, it literally comes with peas in it.
Orangafruüp.
I thought that's what
yeah.
you meant when you said. Okay.
So Orangafruüp with an umlaut and 3 peas.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, it's all right. Go on. Keep talking.
Would that be the tagline, like loud?
Leave it umlaut.
Well, no. Okay. Yeah. No. So that one would be something to do with the triples. It'd be a triple strength beer
Yeah.
with triples with so many peas. So many peas. In fact, the description on the back, it's kind of vaguely reminiscent of that opening speech, opening monologue from V for Vendetta, where it's just every word begins with a P.
Right.
Yeah,
Go on, then.
I can see Johnny working away on it.
And I'm instead of it shouldn't be in a cask. It'd have to be in something else. We'd have to brew it in something else. Maybe a casket. Maybe just brew it in a coffin.
A bin? A bin?
What's the instrument in that's like a weird...
Eigenharp.
Right, okay. No, that's not going to work.
Or is it Eigenharp or Eigenphone? No, Eigenharp.
Yeah, you can't brew it in that.
No. No, unfortunately, MIDI doesn't really do a lot for the brewing process. No. Just kind of flattens it out a bit. It's like MIDI brewed alcohol. It's kind of like grain whiskey.
During the brewing process, we can play the old podcast to it and see if that influences it. Play different ones to it and make different additions.
There you go.
Flavoured with episode
49.
Yeah,
Old
exactly.
theme tune, Meatball Parade. That's actually a really good name for an album.
I should
the ale.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just a quick sidebar. If we ever come up with a fragrance, we should call it Meatball Pomade. You're welcome. I'll be here all night. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard any. To be fair, I like them all, but I haven't heard anything better than an IPA called Hop Topic.
Yeah.
I think that's
With
That's
the alcohol
pretty
free,
sensible.
literally banana juice.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah. Cool.
Okay,
Sorted.
I think that's
Yeah,
pretty solid.
There we go then.
Well,
Great
fucking
question.
played.
If there's anyone out there that wants to make these, please go ahead. That would be a great present, wouldn't it?
It would.
5 years down the line, someone sends
Yep.
us one.
Father's Day's coming up.
Fuck the Amazon Echo.
we couldn't convince anyone to shit together a theme tune for us, but a beer, now that's achievable. Cool. Tom,
right.
do you want to grab one from the Il Community?
I remember one from there, am I? One from the community.
You can open the Jockstrap microbrewery.
Oh, fucking hell, the Jockstrap Brewery. Jesus wept.
Idea.
Okay, the next topic is from Captain Sibir. You right, Dom?
Right, Dom?
Tipping in England, place by place basis or not at all?
Sorry?
Tipping in England.
Well, it's sort of done on really randomly chosen jobs, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I feel guilty if I don't tip a hairdresser.
Yeah, same.
Why? They charge me fucking fortune if I go to a hairdresser.
That's actually true. I've always done that, but it feels weird there. That's
It
right.
always does feel weird.
I wouldn't know. haven't been to a hairdresser since I was 13.
Fair enough.
Wow, that's almost working on my 2 decades. Excellent. I can't wait for that badge. It's going to go nice on my sash.
I'm trying to think what other professions are particularly strange.
I only recently learned that it's quite common to tip sort of food delivery people in this country.
I used to do it all the time until someone
yeah.
said, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Well, that's dying out with people paying online instead of cash.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to tip maybe an extra £1 or 2, but never much for them.
No, I do a
Apart
couple
from
quid.
restaurants, where else? What else?
No, I mean,
Bars,
cabs.
If I'm in a bar in the middle of a city somewhere, I'll always tip.
Really?
Yeah, even if it's just going up and getting a pint, I'll always do it.
Yeah, bars. Yeah, because they have the little pots on the
Oh,
bar
okay.
sometimes.
Okay.
at this point, I tend to tip if I've been in there for a while and I've been saved by the same person consistently. But I won't tip money. I'll buy them a drink.
No, it's a hack. Like you go into the World's End in Camden. No motherfucker will tip them guys there. You fucking do a good tip the first time you go up to that bar. You're getting served instantly for the rest of the night, and that place gets packed.
So it's not benevolence.
Oh fuck no! It's entirely self-centered.
Dressed up as benevolence, as kindness. Yeah,
Which is
I like
basically
that.
most benevolence.
It's tipping. That's tipping culture. To be
I mean,
honest.
I've got a feeling that's going to work on a person by person basis. Someone as lovely and generally friendly and sort of amiable as you, Tom. Yeah, you tip someone, they go, "No, that was lovely of them." If I try it, I will somehow endeavour to fuck it up in some fashion, and I'll get served even slower because they'll know in the back of the head, they'll see it for what it is. They go, "You don't fucking own me, son of a bitch."
As I'm handing over the £2 coin to the lovely barman, he goes, "He licked that one."
I find it weird that tipping has to be a thing. Like, it would be nice if there was no tip. Like, tipping wasn't a thing. There was no tipping, but you could just let people keep change. If
So,
you
I like the origin
service you got, or whatever.
So, okay,
Right.
wicked. I can do that for you.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. No, tipping's quite easy. It used to be considered like, so basically it's an American.
It is.
So, this is the weird thing. So it's
whiskey.
Really fucking is.
It was an American import, like in Victorian times. I think it was about that era. Like it was quite common to tip the lower folk. It was just kind of a general sort of nod in the direction of, oh yeah, no, we've all read Dickens, we understand. Aren't we lovely people? Have a nice tip. Maybe your bread doesn't have to be mouldy tonight. Good for you. And it was seen as quite uncouth in America, but eventually it was kind of it was kind of imported very slowly. As almost, it was a kind of a racist thing to begin with. It was, you tip your blacks because they need tipping, and
because we don't pay them.
And that eventually changed over time with the growth of the service industry, and that's kind of, it was a two-pronged thing. With yes, a lot of people spent a lot of time in the service industry getting paid dick all, and because they'd done that, they knew, sweet, I can afford them a bit of money. I know they're being paid dick, so let's give them a bit of money.
And that was
and it was backed up by the fact that minimum wage law in America, the minimum wage of any service industry in which tips can be given is half of everywhere else. So it stopped becoming a kind of a nod and a wink, and I understand, and fucking you get on, and have a bit more money for your work. No, you kind of fucking need to, because their wages aren't being paid.
Yeah, I would also like to point out that up until about 5 years ago in this country, companies used to be able to top up someone's wage with tips. So credit card tips for that business would be rolled back into payroll, and a percentage of it would go towards their minimum wage job.
Yeah.
How fucking skanky is that? Like they literally were being paid £4 and then topped up with their service tips.
So rather than being given the minimum wage and then getting tips,
it was, you're getting paid up to your minimum
legal
wage.
For a while?
It was up until about 5, 6, 7 years ago. Now,
disgusting.
Now it's completely illegal. Tips have to go to the waiting staff. However, in a lot of places,
it's how they divide it up that's the question.
They use it as bonus now. So anything that goes through payroll, such as credit card tips or cash tips, if the business decides, they are withholding illegally and saying, no, you're not getting it because this is bonus. It's like, fuck you.
It's now a thing I saw online. That
not my business, not my company.
Someone in America had left, just to get around that, someone had left like quite a large tip, but they'd written a message on it saying, this is not a tip, I am giving this to this specific waiter or something. And they were trying to get
try and circumvent that. Yeah, that's very good.
And also I know there's a current trend, a growing trend. I don't know how many are participating, but there's a thing in America where they're trying to fucking force, just brute force that particular system, and these restaurants are going, yeah, look, don't tip here. The food might cost a little more, but we're paying them properly. You don't need to tip. And I think, that's the right approach. Yeah, the thing is, like, service industry jobs in this, in this country would be all the better if paid on a proper living wage. If it was £10 minimum, tips wouldn't really be so much of an issue.
Yeah, right.
And then you could just go, yeah, no, it's all right. You've paid more for your food.
How do you feel when you go somewhere and it says service charge included?
Well, I don't fucking tip them.
Of course.
Yeah, same.
I will, if it's been good service. If it's been normal standard service, then whatever. If it's been ridiculously bad,
you can take that off.
Yeah. To the point where it was about when I was 20. Actually, it might have been a bit younger than that. No, it was about 20. I was in TGI's in Covent Garden, and they were there with a large party of people, 16 people, and halfway through the meal, we ordered a load of drinks. Waiter came past with another tray and threw 15 bright blue liqueur shots all down my coat, which was white.
Oh my lord.
Me working in restaurants for fuck knows how long, I just went, the guy was clearly shaking, waiting for me to screw it, and I went, don't worry, it's all cool. I'm just going to go to the toilet and wash it off. It's like not a big fucking deal. If I do need to get it dry cleaned, I'll let you know, but I doubt it. I can just stick it in the washing machine. Done. Whatever. When the bill came up and there was service charge on there, though, fuck you, buddy. You just threw those drinks down you. I mean, you're expecting me to pay more? No.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's absolutely
And that was the point where I screwed. But never mind.
Ouch.
Do
you think that we're so terribly British, though, that if it was ever guaranteed that everyone in the service industry was paid well, we would probably still tip in these weird situations.
Well, it would probably hang on for a bit.
Sort of a cultural thing.
Yeah,
now, isn't it?
There's loads of people.
There's no law
Everyone's
for the
working
hairdressers. That's
hospitality.
coming.
Yeah, why do we tip fucking hairdressers? I've never understood it.
I was encouraged by my mum to do that.
Yeah, same.
And I was like, okay, this is the done.
Is it
this
because
what you
it's
do.
Exactly.
Is it because it's quite a personal thing? Like,
I suppose.
Well, they've touched my hair, therefore I should give them
I
money.
don't know, but it also like going like the hair. It used to be a bit like in the old days. Everybody knew the hairdresser and blah blah. They'd with your friends.
So it's a kind of a atavistic thing. It's a throwback from a smaller community type
I
thing.
think I mean
Maybe.
it's just a guess, but
Is it a
that's what I
matter
would see it
of
being
you
from.
tip them only if you know, like, if this is your regular hairdressers? Because you know next time you come back, they're going to remember how much you tipped, and they are going to be holding a pair of scissors very close to very fine.
You know what? I
could
think
be that.
you've nailed it. I think that's it exactly. It's a very, very delicate procedure that you're paying for there. What if you tipped your surgeons?
Oh,
If you're regularly in and out of hospital,
That doesn't that like contradict the Hippocratic oath?
yeah,
Kind of
massively, massively.
some people don't meet their surgeons. Like,
That's true.
what they're always under when they.
well, yeah, you have the nursing staff when they put you down, like to sleep when they put you down.
Whoa, put you to sleep.
when they knock you out, and then you wake up with nursing staff again. So
Nerfing stuff would be hilarious. Having a fat nerf.
nursing staff are gonna put you down.
See, I'd be
went somewhere very different, very good. I'm sorry.
I'd be well interested in meeting my surgeon, and to give them a tip. And it'd be a matter of, hello, oh, nice to meet you. You're going to be inside me very shortly, and that's very interesting. Just thought I'd like to meet the guy. As a man of science, I imagine we probably both share the whole thing that, it's kind of life is in one and done. There is no afterlife. However, if you do fuck it up, and it turns out we're wrong, I am going to haunt you.
But we all seem to be hovering around the idea that it's necessary or beneficial to incentivize with money, as in like even though it's a joke, even with like a surgeon or a hairdresser, the person is maybe not likely to do it just for its own sake to be good. Now, I don't believe that. I don't believe that's true for a surgeon. But it might be true for a hairdresser. It certainly would be true in a restaurant if you don't tip and you come back again. I've heard, you know that happens.
Actually, know what? You nailed it.
So like that's scary.
Well, no, I think
out of
I think
fear.
I think the real issue with tipping your surgeon would be what fucking percentage do you tip?
Pound of flesh.
Just pay the prescription. Yeah.
Cool. Should we have one from the? Shall we? Have we got any from the from Pol Pot?
Nope.
Wicked. Shall we go into Pitch Pot then?
Yeah. All right then. One from a neural network.
So
go.
to quickly to bring Johnny up to date on
Yeah,
this,
enlighten me.
I discovered a page the other day. I found them highly entertaining. The lewisandquark.tumblr.com. It's the dude. It's a dude or a collection of people. I haven't really looked too much into it. I should really because they're fantastic. But they've programmed a neural network computer, and they're always like feeding new data in and sort of investigating its learning process and figuring out like sort of what's the word? Kind of logging how it does with the data as it goes along.
Okay.
The one I've picked, or the one I found that really tickled me, was this neural network came up with a bunch of story titles. And they are fantastic. So the idea of the pot is to read the story title, and then we basically...
Tell the story?
Yeah, we
Describe it.
come up with a story. So we come up with some characters, first, second, third act, or kind of, including elevator pitch. And it's a nice little exercise of whimsy. To give you a quick update on Lewis and Quark, they've just done sports teams, which is interesting because it kind of shows you more about the process of like the percentage of how much is learned, how much is run this data, and like the improvement step by step from like 10% up to over 3,000%. Before that was a particularly interesting one, which was band names.
Okay.
Oh, I
And
like that. That sounds good.
I think after they did the work, they turned the creativity, or I think in that they called it the temperature, down to 0.1, which is about as low as it could go. And all the names it came up with was, oh shit. Yeah. It was, every single name was Steve Martin.
What?
Yep. This computer had somehow decided that the banjo playing of Steve Martin was the most essential thing to naming anything to do with music on this one particular run through. It's fantastic.
Fantastic.
Cool.
So
Okay.
what we're going to have here is the title of the movie or the title of the
story.
film, whatever, and it'll be the type of thing, whether
genre.
it's documentary or yeah.
Okay, I'm going to read it out how it is, but also an alternative that I think you could read it as.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so it's a horror,
Okay.
and it's given as the Trunkerling. Right? But I really want to hear about the Trunkling.
The Trunkling.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
it's
the
actually Trunkerling.
I get them as both, as in a little.
Like,
trunk.
as in, you've been trunkled.
Okay, yes. I thought it was like a baby trunk.
Interestingly, it comes with 2 L's, so
Yeah.
it could also be the Trunkelling.
The Trunkelling as well.
So and it's a horror. So what the fuck is the Trunkelling?
So what I'm seeing in my head is something like The Happening, where the population just goes mad and starts running around dressed as Nelly the elephant, and no one knows why.
Oh, what?
Everyone just starts moving towards circuses.
Running away from mice.
It's like the Pied Piper, but there's no Piper. It's just moving towards circuses.
A load of people with their arms up against their nose going... Or a sound that I can never.
Oh, okay. How about this? Like, all right, I'm going with your happening, the happening angle, in which it makes it very fucking obvious what's going to happen to begin with, because the opening shots are of trees. So you kind of know exactly. It's been signposted lovely, like perfectly. So I'm thinking the opening shot is of the complete collection of the Discworld series. And this is a social psychosis in which everyone decides to read the masterful Discworld series and decide they want to be the luggage.
Yes! Yes!
So this is everyone going out the way. They're making trunks, they're buying trunks, they're finding trunks. Anywhere they can get trunks, they're finding them. They're like putting holes in the bottom, like obviously decorating them as much as they need to. But basically enough room so they've got 2 eye holes and their arms and legs can go through the bottom. And then they just rampage around. So that's the affliction. That's the trunkling. But what's the story? And who start? Let's hang on. I think this is going to be easier if we do it as a film rather than a book.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who stars?
Exterior morning.
Sorry,
I started it. You guys finish it. Exterior morning.
No, who stars?
Oh, stars.
Yeah. Who's our hero in this
Trunkelling.
Can
one?
we have Kevin Bacon in it? I
Yes.
just really like Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
definitely
I've seen him for a while.
Yeah. He can be the guy, well, he's sort of always that guy. I was going to say, the guy who you think's just like helping out the good guys, but he turns out to be the main bad guy.
Or he could be the guy from The Woodsman, where he's like an ex-paedophile. That would put a different spin on it.
But he's got a thing for trunks.
Absolutely. Or trapping things in trunks.
For some reason, I've got this idea that maybe it's Kevin Bacon playing Tony Robinson.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, but playing Tony Robinson himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
On set for Blackadder,
Who's a very good friend of Terry Pratchett.
Yeah. That's why I went Tony Robinson. Very good friends. Tony Robinson was there reading out. Wonderful.
so moving.
Yeah.
You did watch it? Oh, yes.
I did,
It's
yeah.
utterly fantastic.
So this is Terry Pratchett's kind of goodbye
Yes.
thing. Right.
So I don't know. I've got a feeling, right? If we go in this route, the whole thing is kind of it's a metaphor for how it's our attachment to stuff and how we're all becoming our stuff.
But now we become the container of our stuff.
Yes.
You're always after stuff. You want to put it in you. More stuff!
More magic! It's people shoving things up their arse until they feel magic.
So they feel magic, yeah.
Oh, okay. So the whole thing quickly becomes a survival horror then, because once people are truncled, like they instantly start looting.
Yes.
And they start creating these enclaves where it's just the trunkles and all the stuff they've amassed. And so anyone who's not currently truncled,
They're swarming down streets.
When you say they become
in, like,
trunkled, in
packs.
what form are they?
they are in a chest with their
In a
legs,
chest, yeah,
their
with
legs
their
sticking out the
arms,
bottom and running around
on all
pretending.
fours.
Okay, so shouldn't they be putting stuff inside themselves?
Inside the
If they're
chest.
looting? Yeah,
They open the chest, put it in.
until they're encumbered so much and then they give up.
They fall down. They fall and die on the spot because
There
they're
we are.
pinned down with too much stuff.
And then people loot them and then encumber themselves and then they fall down and die and it's just...
You end up with little piles of trunkles.
There we are. Right.
Scattered around the city.
So there we go. There we got the opening out. We've kind of got the second act as well. We've got our main protagonist, Tony Robertson, running away from a load of...
Kevin Bacon
playing Taurus. Running away from an enclave of...
Is he untruncled?
He's untruncled.
Okay.
Oh no!
How did he manage it?
He hasn't been
No.
trunkled yet.
So this is the survival horror aspect, because the trunkles are taking all the stuff. Like it's Tony Robertson and whoever else. Kevin Bacon playing Tony Robertson. They're
Tony
just.
Robertson playing Kevin Bacon, please.
Oh yes!
Fantastic. Comedy duo.
after the opening shots of
Can we throw in the woman from Maid Marian and A Merry Men?
Oh, okay, sure. The blonde. Yes,
why the fuck not?
I don't know
And
why,
Maid
but-
Marian from Men in Tights, just for
Yes.
shits and giggles done.
Played by Carrie Ells. No.
So after the opening establishing shots of the collected works of the late great Terry Pratchett, it then moves on to a EE advert in which Tony Robertson is pretending to be Kevin Bacon doing those adverts.
While Kevin Bacon's watching on in awe.
As
It's actually
Tony
played by
Robertson.
Tony Robertson. Wait.
So their whole thing is they're just trying to find enough stuff to survive, and they're creating the vestiges of humanity are creating their own little walled communities where they're just eking out an existence, and every now and then, a la World War Z,
All the trunkles swarm in.
trunk waves come along, dashing themselves against the walls until some can start climbing over and start taking all the stuff.
No, we go fucking full Attack on Titan on this shit.
Okay.
Humanity's built up walls to protect themselves and keep them outside. They can't really climb their trunks. But all of a sudden, there's a giant one that dwarfs the wall. Somehow.
Yeah, a giant trunk.
There's just a giant trunk out of nowhere that destroys the wall and rampages in.
All the while, Tony Robinson, played by Kevin Bacon.
And Kevin Bacon played by
It's really easy. It's Tony Bacon and Kevin Robinson. Okay, we'll just name them that way.
It's slowly being suspected of beginning to trunk. Because whenever he's sitting down, he occasionally leans over and strokes nearby objects.
Or just puts them in his pocket.
Or pulls them slightly nearer.
Yeah.
As he walks out of rooms, he'll pick something up, put it in his pocket. And,
Well, no, this is the thing.
but only the audience sees this.
Yes, okay.
The characters don't see it.
It's assumed that it's having a thing that can hold items to trunk away. That's part of the problem. So we got rid of things like these enclaves. They got rid of pockets. They've got nothing but their own hands. They've got no trunks. So you know someone's going a bit funny when they start making boxes and stroking the insides, looking at them longingly.
Or when they do up their coat and then you find that he's slightly bulgier and then he's slightly bulgier.
There we are, done. Shoving
All
it
of a
down the
sudden, he just
trouser
goes
leg.
crazy.
Jumps into a nearby box.
Yeah. Oh, there's a trough nearby. He just punches his arms through and just walks around for a bit.
If a character ever has to kill one of the trunks, it should be called truncating.
Yeah! Bravo.
So there'd have to be some kind of showdown scene, maybe between
we need a
Tony
final
Bacon
act.
and Kevin Robinson.
Oh, I mean the final.
Who would die, Tony Bacon or Kevin Robinson, or neither? Or would he be pulled out of the trunk, as it were?
Tony Bacon, because he's the one turning bad. He'd have to
Is he?
die.
Okay, yes,
That's
okay.
just tradition at a
Fine,
film.
yes,
like,
yeah, fine.
And the end is dire. The end is dire. It's just
M like this one, motherfucker. They're aliens.
What, the trunks?
Yeah.
And they were mind controlling people to get in them the whole time. It's part of their breeding process.
yeah. In fact, Terry Pratchett's whole involvement was just massive red herring. Ooh, what a twist!
Done.
Okay, cool. That's the trunkling.
Right, now you have to write it.
Oh dear lord, I don't know. It's maybe. Let's see. Maybe. I'll go. All right, cool. I'm going to get something from Hottie to the potty.
Cool.
And
One from the hosts.
we have one from, this is printed, so this is either going to be Tom or it's Tom. 2 words, Lily Allen, Tom.
What?
Topic over. Lily Allen.
Lily Allen.
Isn't she wonderful?
Lily Allen has a nubbin. I know that much. She has a third nipple that she does like to show off.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can find it's
never seen
kind of it's sort of situated sort of somewhere far below boobs. It's kind of just on a ribcage somewhere. There are videos of her on YouTube of her showing it off. So there is that.
I haven't heard her name for 5 years. She doesn't really travel.
No.
What has she done?
She's the one that
Dunno.
retired from music, then released an album.
I'm hoping you guys can fill me in. I have no idea.
The best type of retirement.
yeah.
What? Lily Allen, enough said. Because
I
there's
was
nothing to
literally
say.
on my phone on the website and just went, oh, this song's Lily Allen. Lily Allen.
I have to say, it's a bit of a guilty pleasure of mine listening to some Lily Allen.
I don't mind
like some
Lily Allen.
It's not terrible stuff from what
Yeah,
I've heard.
I like
but
some Lily Allen.
I don't know what she's done in ages.
She hasn't done anything for a while.
Okay.
I mean, see, the thing is, I don't mind her at all. In fact, I quite like her purely because she came out at a point where she was doing a thing that not a lot of people were doing in pop, which was melodies, actual vocal melodies.
Yeah.
Although sort of doing that, I always get confused because of the whole Kate Nash thing. But is it Kate Nash? Is that her name?
Kate, yeah,
like
Kate Nash.
the
Yeah.
British
Okay. Sorry, I always get
spoken
confused
thing.
with the Kate Bush fucking Manish and
Oh yeah, Kate. Kate Bash.
yeah, Kate Bash.
yeah.
That's it. Where she just sings in an accent.
That's
accent.
sort of like, that was a thing for a while, wasn't it?
It was about that time, yeah.
Like the whole, but what I meant was that was previously a thing as well that disappeared. Like back in like punk days, everyone was singing proper British accents.
And then Chaz and Dave in the 70s.
yeah, and then it sort of fell away, and then it came back. That was its sort of death throes.
Yeah.
What I can say about Lily Allen is there is this episode of Nevermind the Buzzcocks, which to international listeners is a very irreverent game show in which you have a host being a bit of a lovely
Absolute
comical dick.
penis.
Yeah, like,
You've got two teams headed by 2 very good comedians. Although sometimes one very good comedian and that dickhead from
Mighty Boosh.
yeah, that's the
You
one.
don't like him? Okay.
Not really.
Well, Noel Fielding.
Yeah,
I really like him.
it's fine.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You realise that Julian
Julian Barrett.
he was the better one.
He was
the
yes,
brains.
He was the funny one.
I like both of them.
But yeah, so it's a very good English irreverent comedy panel game show thing, and there was this one episode in which you had Lily Allen on one team and you had another English pop star called, I believe it's Jamelia, on the other side.
Oh yes.
Right.
And there's this wonderful moment where like they're actually kind of complimenting each other. It's like, oh, I really like your stuff. I like your stuff too. And Jamelia just goes very innocently, goes, oh, like my little girl loves listening to your songs, but like, I've got to be careful. I've got to pick which ones because of all the swearing. And it's just like every now and then, I just kind of wish that you'd release kind of sort of censored versions that would be more suitable for kids. And Lily Allen just kind of goes, well, I mean, I'm very sorry, but to be fair, I don't write music for kids, for your little girl. So yeah, no, sorry about that. And it was just like, yeah, all right, cool, fine.
I like you.
Yeah.
That's solid.
Sensible.
I can live with that.
Her brother's doing well.
Who's her brother?
Oh,
Tim
what's his
Allen.
name?
Billy Allen.
No. She's named a
Alan
song
Allen.
after him. She named a song after him. He's in Game of
look it up.
Thrones.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's quite a major character in Game of Thrones.
That song's called Littlefinger.
Alfie.
Alfie Allen.
Yeah.
The little boy?
Yeah.
The blonde one?
No, he's not a boy. He's the guy that got captured and tortured.
Oh, fuck. Him?
Yeah, him.
It's Lily Allen's
The
brother.
one with no
Yeah.
knob.
Yeah.
Ah. Cool.
He ain't doing that well if he's not got a knob.
No, he's doing really well in his acting career at the moment. He's been.
Oh, fuck, I know his face.
Yeah, him. Yeah,
When you know, you can see it. You can see the family resemblance.
I fucking can, yeah.
yeah, I guess so. But yeah,
The
so
last thing I heard is she disappeared and went to be a mum.
Oh.
Done.
Yeah.
Do
got a
you,
couple of
this
kids
is a
in there.
complete, but 2 things. Julian Barrett's latest film. Has anyone seen it?
no.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I
curious
kinda want
about
to.
it. You don't want to?
I know I do.
Oh, okay, good. Second thing, there's a complete tangent. Do you know what happened to Rick Moranis? Where did he go?
Well,
He did Honey, I
in
Shrunk the Kids
80s.
and he disappeared.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
he disappeared because his
yeah, no,
wife had cancer
There we
or
are,
something.
okay.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
He gave up acting.
There was again
His-
rumours that he's coming back very soon.
His wife and his dad, they both kind of checked out, and so he kind of gave up acting just to kind of take care
Raise
of
his
his family.
daughter and stuff.
Isn't
Yeah.
that lovely?
His family has grown up, and he's been talking about making a return. There's talk of him returning in Spaceballs 2.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I remember there was a rumour recently that he was coming back.
That'd be a perfect return
Yeah,
for him. That'd be
sure.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, no, it'd be wicked to have him back.
Yeah. How about Young Frankenstein? No, you can't do that one again.
Was he in?
No, he wasn't, but I just don't like Spaceballs that much.
No, I haven't seen it.
I really liked it.
Yeah, no, I always put it on the wrong times and fall
Good
asleep
film.
partway through.
Not the best. Mel Brooks.
No, it's not the best Mel Brooks, but it is good.
Well, there we go.
All right,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we got quite a lot out of Lily Allen.
did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
God bless her.
As we-
Those were two good words, Tom.
I like Lily Allen.
done.
I have no idea why. Because I know nothing about her. I was hoping you guys could fill me in. So there we go. I feel better about it now.
Yay!
Cool. Next up,
So, Tom, one from the from Sophie's chest.
one from the community. I like having
Yeah.
three
Why
pots.
Sophie's chest?
Well,
Three pots is nice.
Sophie made it.
you see how
Because
it
it means
comes.
with 4 people, you're
Yeah.
not always pulling out the
Sophie
same
made
pot.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
It's got a logo on the top of it. Look. And
Oh,
a tentacle.
how lovely.
It's beautiful.
Isn't Sophie's chest beautiful, ladies and
It
gents?
is.
Sophie's
Everybody
chest
loves
is beautiful. Everyone loves it.
chest.
I can't afford this topic. Right. So this one is from Ozzie Dan.
Hello,
Chapster.
The worst gig you've ever been to. So we've already mentioned my worst one on this topic.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out if that's
only a
the
couple of weeks
worst
ago,
gig I've ever been to,
which
though.
was the Distrage contortion.
That was bad.
No.
Please tell me, because I didn't.
I walked out at the end.
Yeah, but that was because
Because
of
of Periphery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any fucking metal band that screams at the audience, wave your hands in the air like you just don't care. If I can't throw something at you, I'm walking out.
Wait, that wasn't ironic. It was.
Not ironic.
I mean, I don't enjoy them, but
They
I
are-
thought they would have put on a good show.
I mean,
Shit. And Contortionist, while being good music, is not a live band.
Oh, really?
and the annoying thing is
Discharge
because
were good?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good. The sound tech was shit.
Yeah.
Where was it?
The O2 Forum
In Kentish Town.
Town.
Oh, so not a huge venue.
Not a
Should have
huge
been
venue
lovely.
at all. Should have been lovely, but no, they sounded like a garage band.
Oh, no.
And the annoying thing is because it was like essentially Periphery's gig, they were the only band that sounded particularly good.
Right, yes.
Music's wank.
Yes, I agree. I've never enjoyed that song.
The music is fine. The person they've got up there is an
wanker?
issue, but yeah, Americans.
That's not an excuse. That's a
can't
reason to
do that.
perform better. You got to overcome your hurdles in life. But yeah, that's possibly my worst gig of all time, apart from ones I've played in.
Personally, for me, I haven't been to too many. The ones I've been to, I've generally really enjoyed. The closest I can come to being a bad one was just because I wasn't really into the music. I went to see Katy Perry.
But she puts on a fucking good show, doesn't she?
She does put on a good show, which is why I can't even.
Does she
say
sing
that's-
live? Was it clear, or does she?
No, she sang live.
Great.
Yeah, you could.
So,
you could tell
all
because she
power
would
to
stop
her.
and talk to the audience and stuff.
Interestingly, sorry to interject, there's anyone seeing this thing that Katy Perry's been doing this week? Where launch of her album Witness, she's
very
basically just
different,
live
apparently.
streaming in bunny quotes house. So she just lives her life, but her living her life is having non-stop interviews, yoga parties, and
Yes, I read about this.
to be fair, the bits I've caught have actually been quite interesting. Like she interviewed RuPaul, and that was quite cool.
Oh,
Because
nice.
love them both. but-
Is that how Rita got involved?
No, because she'll just watch any piffle on the internet. Like she's insanely intelligent, my girlfriend. She's
Very
really
funny, very
She's
talented.
very clever, very
Yep.
talented. And her biggest talent of all is finding the most mind-rotting TV on Netflix to ever watch. Like she's watched all of like every Ways Essex, Chelsea up the arse, all those kind of
isn't
things.
this one like a fitness freak has a cheesecake? Isn't that okay?
Oh, absolutely. No, it's fine. As long as she does it herself, I don't need to watch it. But it got to the point of the party where she's disappeared and chilled out with my phone because her phone doesn't work too well on the internet. And I walk in 6 hours later and she's passed out holding the phone in the air. Still streaming Katy Perry. It's like, oh, I'm going to take my phone back. Oh, Katy Perry's bending a lot. Cool. Lock it away for later. Anyway, sorry.
Very good.
I find it really hard to think of a worse gig because I every single one I can remember I've enjoyed. Even to the point of like being there for Daphne and Celeste when they threw bottles at them at Reading, or being there for 50 Cent when I saw somebody throw a camping chair at him. he was doing his sway thing, and he managed to sort of not fall out of time and dodge the chair.
Fantastic.
But they both only had about 3 songs each. If I'm going to choose a worst, it's kind of a weird worst. I saw Lost Prophets at Reading when I was maybe 15, and they did this amazing Wall of Death. And it was an incredible concert.
You were lucky.
And now I'm like...
Too old.
Well, exactly my point. And now I'm like...
I don't think you should
Lost Prophets was my very first gig.
That was my favourite band for a long time as a teenager.
Right?
I don't think you should take away your past experience based on later developments.
No.
That experience is a thing in itself, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, of
But
course.
still.
But that still is there. And
Yeah,
that
yeah,
thought is still there. And
Fucking a baby will tend to decredit you somehow musically.
Well, yeah, of
Just
course.
in general, artistically. In fact, we go a step beyond that. Humanly.
Yeah.
It's
a shame.
I just don't think you should let it taint your fond memories of the past.
No, that's true.
Absolutely. No, I believe you absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, it was a stretch. I can't think of any bad gigs I've been to. Everyone I've enjoyed for some reason or another.
See, I know I've got some terrible gigs in my past. I mean, they're not really gigs, they're kind of performances at festivals. But the thing about festivals and me is that I'm not really going to remember.
Yeah.
Like, there's not really a world in which I'm going to remember.
Maybe you were awful and they were fine.
Tazza Festival.
Your ears were broken.
Taz at a gig, I've looked over, he's given me a nudge and winked at me, and I've realised he's getting a blowjob while sat next to me.
Oh, that was Dan though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was fun.
I shall say no more.
Also, just putting in there, I fucking love that download just for one band only.
Which download was that? Sorry, which
The
download
one on
was
Monomath killed everyone.
Ah.
Let me see those Viking horns. Everyone throws up the horns. Oh, brings out a Kodak camera. Click. That was a Kodak movement. Wind. Fantastic.
Do you remember the year?
I love them.
Do you remember the year?
2008? No.
Fuck off, really?
Oh, I can't remember
2006?
which year it was.
Final year of uni.
2008.
No,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, 2008.
Yeah, I think it was 2006, 2007 we did downloads.
Oh, okay.
Was this the same year that Iron Maiden were there? No. Was I
Actually,
there?
It was Kiss, Offspring, and... Can't remember.
There we are. We've got it.
Fucking Jonathan Davis at that fucking show. Sorry. Where Jonathan Davis, Korn frontman, comes out and sits on a throne for half an hour.
During their set? Mm-hmm. Doing what?
During his set, he was the only member of Korn there.
What was he doing?
Sitting on the throne singing.
Oh, just singing? Did he have a band?
He got up, he got up a bit.
Wait, what was he doing there without Korn?
I'm Jonathan Davis.
But he doesn't have a solo project. What was
Yeah.
he doing?
I think it was just... Was it... I
It was.
can't remember.
He did some songs of his own, but
'Cause
I walked out very quickly.
Probably
that's
just
like-
there because he could be.
We went to see Korn because they were headlining in the tent when on the main stage was supposed to be My Chemical Romance. And by the time Korn were done, I think the general plan was everyone was going to go from Korn to My Chemical Romance and just bottle the shit out of them. But the organisers had clearly got ahead of it and realised they knew exactly what was going to happen. And by the time we got out the tent and walked into the main stage, it was a fucking ghost town. It's like, they knew.
Yeah.
They knew.
I
them
was
out.
at this festival because I had my customary festival asthma attack. And I was round by the tent, which is next to the front of the stage. And then I got let out, and I got let out round the back. So I just walked up the stairs, and I was next to the side of the stage when My Chemical Romance started playing. And I don't hate them, but being next to anybody, and there were other people from other bands, I can't remember who, but others standing there too. So I was just like, I'll hang here for a bit and wheeze. This is a better place to wheeze than down there.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually, I think maybe the download before that has probably got to be my worst gig, which was Dream Theater were playing, and immediately before Dream Theater was Dimmu Borgir, And
yes.
they were playing in the
That's a fucking lineup.
on the second stage. Now I wasn't listening to Dimmy Borgir at that time at all. So I got there and started I bought myself some bottles of water and some beers. I started working my way down to the front in order to get to the front for Dream Theater. On my way there, and towards the end of the set, on my way there, I'm sort of making my way through, and I see a pit. And I'm like, fuck it, yeah, I like a good pit. I can fucking picture this. And I was in there for all of a couple of seconds before this Nord, who was about 7 foot squared, quite simply picked me up by the shoulders, put me back in the crowd, and just said, "Not for you." I was like, yeah, all right.
Fantastic.
That's lovely.
Yeah, that's kind of protective.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I could have, I can fucking pit that shit. Go fuck yourself. Yeah. But, no, to be fair, if you're in there and you can do that to me, yeah, maybe I'll find another pit. But it turns out I didn't need to do all that work because the second Dimmy Borgir were done, the tent more or less cleared, and it was an easy run to the front. I got to within about 3 of the front.
Yeah, there's not much crossover between those bands in fans' way.
Got there for Dream Theater, and they started their set, and I was pretty much eye to cock with James LeBrie, and
James LeBrie.
That was the point at which I figured out that I don't really like Dream Theater that much.
After all
actually, they're not very good.
They are not a festival band at all.
No, and this is the thing with the Contortionist, that from my stories, it's no, it's a band to chill out, listen to in the background, or just chill with a beer.
I think a lot more artists anyway these days are very adept at making and recording music, and they sort of neglect the stage show and the performance.
Yeah.
It does seem to happen.
Yeah.
Or don't even really consider it. They just think if I get up there and play the music as it is on the record,
rare gems that actually know that a studio album is not the same as a live performance.
And of course, it wasn't the entire gig was actually fantastic. But at the time, Johnny and I went to see Jethro Tull.
What was wrong with that?
No, there was a moment.
Was there?
There was a moment where we both felt terribly, terribly awkward because we were standing between two very, very large gentlemen, and they started playing "Don't Want to Be a Fat Man," and you and me were just like, as I remember, it's oh god. But otherwise, that was a wicked gig.
So I've just thought of a couple gigs that were fucking horrendous. One of them put me off a band for life. So growing up the age I did with the goth leanings that I did, I used to listen to a lot of Him.
Yeah.
We all did at some point.
Yep.
For our sins.
Love metal.
I didn't.
You know what? I'll still go back and listen to Stigmata Diaboli, I think. That's all right. That's a good track. Whatever. They've got one good song. I watched fucking Vilvelo of Him come out so wasted drunk and do that really annoying thing where they start blaming the sound tech because they can't hear themselves because they're performing so badly. And they're so fucking wasted. And he was getting boos from diehard fans, that are there with fucking heartogram tattoos all over them, going, what the fuck are you doing? And then that was the last time I fucking listened to one of their albums. The other one was MSI, Minor Self-Indulgence. So I'll still occasionally listen to MSI. They're fun, stupid punk music. However, don't be down the front of an MSI gig. You will get scratched, beaten, pushed, thrown up on by tiny little teenage girls that just really want to fuck every member of that band constantly.
Lovely.
It's like being abused by a pack of midgets. It's ridiculous. To the point where I'm at the crowd control bar right at the front, just watching them, enjoying it, singing along, whatever. And I'm just getting constantly scratched and beaten by this little shitty fat cunt right behind me. Girl. And it got to the point where I'd had enough and I just went bang with both my elbows back and fucking took her nose out. At which point she's run off and it was like, all right, no one's bothering me for the rest of the gig now. And I got a couple of bad looks, but it's just like, MSI is still a fucking punk band.
Yeah.
So they're just fucking loving it. They just see this person get smacked in the face. They're just like, yeah, all right. Oh, it's good fun. Although, pretty bad. I did feel quite awkward.
Oh, well, never mind. It's a story for her. But not for MSI. They won't remember it at all. They probably fucks up. Anyway, shall we have one? Chris, please, from the Pitch Pot. That one.
Pitch Pot again.
The network one.
Let's see if I can pronounce it properly this time. Okay. We have got a sci-fi fantasy.
Oh.
Called Shy Castle.
Is that a sci-fi / fantasy?
It
or
is.
does it have to be both?
Oh, well, I read it
No,
as
it could be
both,
either. Yeah.
It is,
so it's kind of. So I don't know see, as because of Castle, I want to go fantasy, but I think it's going to be more interesting if we go sci-fi
A castle in space.
or Castle in Time,
Oh, yes.
or perhaps this, like a castle in the clouds where we all moved into like massive.
That's very fantasy.
So no. I'm talking like solar system spanning clouds computing, where.
How about a castle whose entire populace is a lot of shy geishas?
Oh. Hang on,
No. I like the route that Taz
shouts.
is going down.
It's the castle that's shy.
Oh, the actual castle is
Yeah.
Maybe-
So maybe it's like Dark Tower, like the Stephen King thing. Where it's just like, this is the pinnacle, the most... I don't know.
I'm trying to
Maybe
think.
it's an alternate universe where instead of planets forming, we have castles forming in the solar system, and this one castle is just shy of a castle. It's not quite.
It's not
fully
quite a castle.
I like that.
Or
It's like the runt of the solar litter.
No, it's a castle with coconuts propped up on all the battlements.
In order to defeat the castle, you have to knock all the coconuts
all
off
the
the shire.
coconuts down.
We're getting into Monty Python territory now. We really are. Whoa!
No, I like where Taz was going, where it's sort of like a cloud thing. So maybe the castle houses like a supercomputer that people need to go and get plugged in.
So we're talking like post singularity here.
Yeah.
Where basically all of mankind is uploaded into literally cloud computing.
But there's like this central. I don't know. I like the idea of the castle being like a central.
Suddenly the castle is not only shy, but it's also a little bit sensual. It's a bit of a sexy castle.
Oh,
But it's a bit-
sensual, yes.
Central. So where would we go from there? We've got a setting.
It's for shy people. They go into this castle to plug themselves in to like live out their wildest.
So it's a bit like
dreams.
Back to Reality, the Red Dwarf thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if we do go the fancy angle,
But you have to plug yourself in with a bayonet.
And I like, and I like the idea that maybe out of the geishas, maybe the people who live there aren't of the same disposition as the castle.
A la the geishas. Is this like some
A la the
Quran
geishas.
throwback or something?
So we're talking about a fantasy castle. Maybe let's say, just for the sake of argument, we can let's spitball this a bit, but it's filled with like one of the most hateful warmongering races in the world. They spent a long time, and when they did, it took on a curse, which every time it's attacked, it just fucking runs away. And by the time they gather their forces,
That's a good defense mechanism.
yeah, but not if you're violent fuckers.
Does it like get up on legs and run away, or does it sort of vanish and appear on the hill? So no matter how close you get, it's always on the next hill. It's like, we're nearly there.
It's like Howl's Moving Castle.
Okay, yeah, go. We're nearly there. Oh,
See, I'm thinking chicken legs. I'm thinking this thing
Howl's Moving
literally
Castle style.
pulls itself up.
now I'm just thinking
just-
Simpsons with that robot house that gets up and moves.
So I mean,
Okay, so that's our setting.
well, I mean, are we going to go with that? We're literally a castle that runs away at every possible opportunity.
Runs away from?
What?
Invaders.
So
Okay.
what's the purpose of the invading
So is this
hordes?
a
Why are
this
they
is-
going to the castle?
Yeah, sci-fi.
The Grail or something? Just something that
Well,
needs
no,
to be...
I mean, maybe this is like the nature of the people who inhabit it. There's something about them.
No, it just doesn't like tourists.
But it's become part of the National Trust scheme in order to
That's a
keep it
reluctant
up.
heritage site.
It's a reluctant heritage site.
It runs away so that no one can visit the castle.
Old ladies turn up with memberships. They're like, no!
I don't want you looking at me. No, that bit's private.
Boom!
Don't go in that room.
This is the Castle of Avalon. This is where the corpse of King Arthur went. And this is why we can't find the fucker. Yes, it should be an English heritage site, but anytime we
As long
go
as it doesn't
searching,
exist, it's because the castle keeps running away.
it's really fucking shy, guys. It's a real
is.
problem.
But over the centuries, it is shrinking because as it's becoming more ruined, it's sort of dropping bits as it runs. So, like, you get professional trackers that you can hire to find the castle. They're like, oh, here's a brick I found. Oh, it looks like it dropped. Oh, recently, last couple of hours, it's still warm. We're getting close.
Shy carciologists. Okay.
Quick, stay quiet.
Okay, so which version? I quite like the idea of a reluctant heritage.
I know how
heritage
to.
site.
We can trap it. We need a damsel in distress. Get me a damsel. We'll get this castle out.
So
How would you how would you trap a castle? How would you lure a castle?
How would
even?
you lure a castle? Yeah. Well, you dig a moat.
yeah. No,
Right.
that's what I was
Yeah.
They
thinking.
get attracted to moats.
You give it.
A nesting site.
You make it a
Yes.
really good moat. You make it like a proper
a
good
moat it can't resist.
Yeah, and then the thing is, as long as you're working on the moat, it's not going to give a shit. It's like, okay, good, this is going to, like, they're widening the moat, they're deepening the moat, perfect. This can't get any better for me, no one can get to me, the moat is getting bigger, I am finally safe, until one day, the moat is crossed, and it's got nowhere to run.
It can't get across the moat.
And yeah, that's...
Can God make a moat so big that a castle can't run away from it?
Cross it.
and,
Sorted.
Yeah, and this is how we discover, the Arthurian legend is literally just a legend, because by the time we get in there expecting to find the corpse of King Arthur, it is just a copy of Le Mort de l'Arthur.
It is Le Mort d'Arthur, and
know.
it's on the floor because, like, the floors above it, all the higher floors, first, second, third, have all rotted away. So it's like you just look up and you just see the outside of this castle. And
But okay, the problem I've got with this is more documentary territory, more fancy documentary than
no, this is a.
We don't have a protagonist yet, unless the castle is the protagonist.
Sci-fi doesn't
I'm on it,
have
I'm
to
on it.
be
Doesn't have to be.
robots and spaceships.
We don't have to have different acts.
Well, okay,
it's
yeah,
true.
no, true. Also, this is a story. It doesn't necessarily have to be a film. It doesn't have to be held down by the same constructs of a film. It's like, hey,
Oh, but I
story.
want to start with Brendan Fraser.
Yes, we have to put Brendan Fraser in it.
I mean,
Well, let's make Brendan Fraser do an indie film. Oh.
Brendan Fraser can be the tracker.
With Alfie Allen.
With Alfie Allen.
Soundtrack by Lily Allen.
yeah.
There we go.
So, okay, cool. So, I mean, so the whole thing. I don't know. I mean, I suppose maybe at that point it becomes, maybe a fancy mockumentary.
Fantasy mockumentary.
In the same way that What We Do in the Shadows is a fancy horror mockumentary. It was a horror mockumentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
So we got a fancy mockumentary about the search for this legend. Unfortunately, like his corpse, the Castle of Avalon, is chicken shit. Always got to be running, and then we eventually catch it with the giant moat, and then we realise that perhaps we shouldn't look into legends too often because
Do we have moats ready to just sling around it? Are we digging these?
No, we dig.
No. We
We run it down to Land's End.
like
Literally.
We dig a
Chase
moat.
after it with some pamphlets from National Heritage.
years are
It's the
spent.
magic Cornwall. That's where Tintagel is. It'll be drawn there.
Yeah, years are spent. Literal years are spent trying to figure out the perfect place to set our trap. Like, so the first act of the
You
mockumentary.
can call it an ulterior moat.
Oh, very good. But yeah, so the first act is, this whole issue with trying to find this shy castle, and every time the protagonist, Brendan Fraser, gets close, there's evidence of it, but it has run away. Once they catch on camera what they think is just the sight of a castle retreating into the distance. and
A
then-
silhouette disappearing over a hill.
And it's not Arthur's corpse. It's half a corpse.
Mistranslation.
Yeah, just a mishearing.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's half of, who is it who wrote Mort to Arthur?
Thomas Mallory.
Yeah, so it's half his corpse. And that's what turns out to be in there. And so, yeah, the second act is, just finding the perfect place. Years are spent finding the perfect place and digging the perfect moat.
Yeah.
It's going to look so attractive. Like, there are mountains around. It's always got
There's
a clear
a nice
view.
forest
It's got a
nearby.
nice, like, escape route, and it's just, like, making the moats.
Yeah.
And making it wide so that we don't have to get too close while we're expanding the moat. And then eventually, we nail it. We've caught it. It can't run away.
Spot.
They invade, they find the corpse and all that kind of stuff, and shamed by the castle's hiding this fact that it's not the ancient burial ground of Arthur. It starts falling apart emotionally and physically. And then it's just an escape movie like Indiana Jones from the Tomb. Or
Escape movie, perfect. Okay, so as they're trying to get in, it's so terrified of being cornered, it wets itself and the moat overflows, so they're trying to escape the flood at the same time. Yes.
And the shy castle just dissolves. And the whole thing, rather like not many people know this, but anyone with any real sense knows that the whole thing is an allegory about not looking too deeply into your religion. Ta-da!
Sorted.
There we go, done.
There we go.
Wicked.
Shy Castle.
A fancy mockumentary. I like it. Okie dokie then. It's going to be one from the hotspot. Ba-ra-ba-ba. And let's see what we got. Oh, it's another one from you, Chris.
For me, oh my god, they're all coming out now.
If you could speak any language fluently that you don't already, what would you choose?
No.
Spanish, straight up.
Language of
Spanish?
Lulu.
Yeah, straight up.
Why so?
I should probably say Turkish for the sake of my wife, but I love Spanish. I don't know. I've always grown up with it. I've been on holiday there many times. I think it's a beautiful language.
It is a cool language.
That's it really. It's quite straightforward. Any stupid languages
I think-
or imaginary languages I'd like to know?
For me, the most beneficial would be, I know it doesn't sound very beneficial, but learning Japanese instantly. And not having that being the one thing holding me back to go to Japan. Because that's the only thing that's stopping me, is the fact that I won't be able to communicate. And tomorrow I'm off to Lithuania for a week where I can't communicate with anyone.
And they're more
Apart from my
likely to
girlfriend.
speak English in Japan than they are in Lithuania.
To be fair,
right?
yeah. Apart from in the metal/punk club in the middle of Lithuania, where I had a whale of a fucking time.
You've been before?
Wow.
Yeah. Everyone there kind of knew exactly. I accidentally got a taxi back. Well, I got the taxi back on purpose, but I was trying to smuggle 2 pints in my coat pocket at the time, and may have badly cut myself up and smashed loads of glass around the tyres of a taxi, which is not what you want to do as you're getting in. Here's an extra €20. Just take me home. I can't talk.
Ouch.
Swarmy.
What?
Yeah?
Swarmy, yeah.
Why is that?
It's just
Swarmy?
the language. Yeah,
Is that the click language that you
No, that's the language of Sweden.
Oh, okay.
It's it's spelled Suomi. I don't know how it's properly pronounced, but that'd be part of it.
Rikard, let me know.
Pronounced Swedish.
I also, that's the point.
Yeah,
I might be actually completely fucking far off base on this. Rikard, please correct me. Or if not that, then North Korean. Or if not,
Well, that's Korean.
North
isn't it?
Korean specifically.
no, I don't know. I think they've got. Oh, actually,
They got slang and stuff, but they
they-
speak Korean.
Yeah, that's
Do you know
the
what? Along
point.
those lines, I would say something like mandolin or some sort of
Mandarin.
See, yeah,
What is
Mandarin.
mandarin. That's what I said.
You
I
said
think it's
mandolin,
mandolin.
as in the stringed instrument, which.
That'd be an interesting language, to be fair.
Mandolin
I thought I
Chinese.
said mandarin. Oh,
I am going to rewind it and replay it 6 times here.
No, I would like
Well,
I would like to hear myself say that wrong. That would be hilarious. Mandolin or some sort of mandolin or some sort of mandolin or some sort of. But no, I
fair-
think that's right because it's such a different language, it's such a different form of language, like the whole character thing.
absolutely, yeah.
I think it might help you maybe think differently about what you're saying, what you're communicating. I think I'd love that to get in that mindset.
See, I mean, I thought maybe Mandarin or Cantonese because along the same reasons why I was thinking maybe some sort of one of the more common Arabic languages.
Oh, yeah,
One of the
yeah.
more- purely because as I'm very, very white, and that the people who speak that language would find it probably quite surprising. And
That's true.
I like surprising people, but also, maybe actually,
just seeing some in China somewhere and just hearing someone just go, "Oh, look at that fucking tourist," and I went, "Yeah, you know, right?" Being able to go up to a local and go, "In it though."
Although I don't know, maybe something like Tocharian, which is
Why do I know that? Why do I know that name?
it's a very dead Far Eastern language, but it's kind of got.
I'm thinking Toydarian, Star Wars. Sorry.
No, it's got it's got Indo-European roots, but it kind of moved far over to the east and ended up taking up some of their alphabet. But it's got that root, but it's also very dead. I quite like the idea of knowing like a language that's almost entirely useless
I was
to know.
going to say, yeah, what about like these dead languages? That's a really great idea. Like,
Yeah,
being
I
able
mean-
to speak like ancient Gaelic or
I mean, if I could just bust out some Sumerian,
yeah,
that would be wicked.
Do you know what?
I can speak Phoenician.
I've quite often wondered with that, like how Latin's actually pronounced.
Yes, Latin. Well,
Like
they say it's much closer to actual current Italian than people realise.
Which is
Because
hilarious.
there's the whole. My favourite thing about it is that Julius Caesar they now think was pronounced Julius Caesar, which is just what?
Yes, yeah. This is what I was. I read recently as well. It's like there's a whole bunch of bits that they've gone. I mean, we've assumed this for a long time. However, this has come to light, and we're probably wrong.
Yeah.
It's probably very different sounding language
different sounding.
to what we're thinking. But also, like, imagine like Aramaic.
Yeah, that would be
Oh,
cool.
if you knew Aramaic, think about all the fucking Christians you could fuck up.
All the curses
Really
you
fuck
could
them
yell
up. Oh,
at
it'd
people.
be brilliant. Start pretending you're complete. And this is the thing. This is my favourite idea about knowing, like, being completely fluent in a language that's utterly dead. Is if you tell no one and you start busting that shit out and claiming that you're like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't know what you think. I don't know why you're reacting weird about this. I'm not possessed. Of course I'm not possessed. And then you just start spouting shit off in Aramaic. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking right. That would be amazing. Apart from maybe having to go through an exorcism. But then it'd also be kind of quite funny. But no, it's also harrowing.
You kind of want
But-
at least one other person to be able to speak it.
Well, yes. Yeah.
Just one other person. Just so someone to get the joke.
Yeah. And that'd be brilliant. Like, you come out with a thoroughly dead like language. Like, so, say if you're on a public platform or something, and you just like you say what you got to say, and then you just kind of tail things off in this thoroughly dead language, and there's a goodbye, and there's going to be it'll be just one motherfucker from omniglot.net who goes, "What the fuck?" That's blah 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 blah. How the fuck did it? Oh, and then say nothing ever more about it.
Yep.
So essentially, I would love to learn a language just to wind people up.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Failing that, maybe German.
German's amazing. I love German.
Sorry, it's a good punchline.
Cool. Shall we have one, please, Johnny? If you would be
Where
so
from?
kind, from Sophie's
So, Furious, cheers.
chest.
One from the community.
Give it a shuffle going. A nice good shuffle.
I just wish I could speak any language.
Anyone listening tonight would have heard me mispronounce so ever so much.
Let's have a little looky. It's from Rikard.
Oh.
Hey, you're right,
funny that.
Rickard.
And the topic is obsolete tech that you still use.
Like it.
Oh, okay. So we recently had obsolete tech in general, but not the. I don't know that it was in the
I
context of
recently
still
got
using.
called out on still using an iPod. Because apparently everyone has all their music on their phone now.
I have a phone, so I don't need to store music on it, and I just stream everything. But I understand what you're saying.
Well, but I personally, I keep my music on my iPod rather than on my phone because I don't want to kill my phone's battery by just listening to music, because I listen to a lot of music.
Makes sense.
So I have it on a separate device.
I get that, but I've got a phone that does fast charging, so that's kind of barely an issue anymore.
I just
Like I could plug my phone in for an hour and boom, away we
you
go.
have to be near a plug though. Like
Or a
say
battery.
you're on an evening out and you go out somewhere and there's no plugs.
True.
I just carry a battery everywhere, but I have a man bag.
from a moral standpoint, you do have to be near an outlet in order to use it. From a completely immoral standpoint, well, would I say immoral? It's not really immoral, in that I get my phone charged quicker. But, so you know the Matrix. And you know how they basically use people as batteries. If you really, really jam your plug hard enough into the face of somebody's skull, you can get a sweet bit of charge for like the 8 minutes before they finally die. Right. So there is that. It does mean you have to wear lots of masks, but you know,
benefit.
Yeah,
benefit.
I
Everyone
like
likes a
dressing
mask.
up. Yeah, great. So that's
tech.
how I'm technologically backward, I think. Other than that,
I think I use any obsolete tech. I think I am a slave, and I update. I really do.
One of my best friends still listens to mini disc.
I was going to say I used a mini disc not 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
just to push it
just for fun
so
now. Yeah,
awesome,
it's become a novelty.
But the annoying thing is, like, mini disc is pretty much about as good as it gets when it comes to
shitty old tech that didn't last very long.
Well, when it comes to physical tech,
yeah,
like mini discs, they hold lots. They can hold. Mini disc players will play more formats than CD players, and like as long as you got it, bam. And also that shit doesn't really wear out the same. I kind of get mini disc. I really do.
Well, it's only just a CD in a case.
It's just a bit more expensive. Is the problem?
Yeah, I remember the breakthrough of. I went over to my mate James's house and he had I had a mini disc player and I had a thing that I could record it on, but his mum had a thing that could record it at 20 times the speed of a CD.
Oh yeah, I used to love.
And the breakthrough technology of I can record this CD in 20 minutes instead of the hour and a half it would have taken before. And then MP3s happened.
And you get a new computer, you're like, how fast can this rip a CD? And you're watching the numbers go up.
I'm so dumb.
Because it takes a while, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It used to it's got 5 times. Now it's at 7 times. Oh, we've reached 10 times. Wow, those days are dead.
What tech do I still
Do you know
use?
what? I'm just going to go out of the head, go out on like a whim or a head or whatever, and just point out that as someone who commutes to work every day, I use obsolete tech every day because we've done trains better than we do in the UK.
Yeah,
we got.
But doesn't the fact that they are commonly used mean they're not obsolete though?
Oh, they're fucking obsolete. Have you seen those cunts?
Yeah. No, we've smashed the fuck out of rails ages ago.
But what's the definition of obsolescence then? I thought that it was so old that it's not used.
Okay, so I mean, if we're talking about literally obsolete, as in it has been forced into complete obsolescence, then fine, that kind of restricts a little bit. But then again, that restricts entirely because again, we brought up vinyl last time this came up, which is an obsolete tech, but it's not because it's like obsolescence. It flirted with it, but now people have just gone, oh, I like this.
Now it's de-obsolete.
Yeah, but trains haven't had that. Trains have stayed a constant.
I completely fucking disagree. Like Japan has had the bullet train; they've had magnetic trains for so fucking long now that do the job.
It should be obsolete, I think, is the argument.
Should be, yeah, okay. Well, because if you're going down that route, you could say, okay, everyone's using filament light bulbs; they're obsolete.
Oh, good fucking shout.
To be fair though, they're obsolescence by design because we've had light bulbs that last for a very long time. But you make no money off that. I think.
Well, okay.
I think it's a case that one of Thomas Edison's
chains?
original light bulbs still works because he used like some proper serious bullshit.
Well, then you get into the conspiracy theories that light bulbs are designed to have short lives.
They are.
There's no conspiracy about it. It's the fact that people companies need to make money.
But how is that different to the trains then?
No, I think you've actually nailed it on the head there because that is a piece of tech that everyone should be using. But I will still walk into a post office and buy the usual Edison light bulb.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, LED is even better. And I was reading a thing again. I'm very sorry if this is something I've brought up before, but there was the story was all about how kind of light bulb technology is going to feed into internet technology, which there are whole bands of the light spectrum that light bulbs don't need to use because they're useless to us. So if you put LEDs in those that can communicate with computers and use different light spectrums that we don't use, and it kind of in the same way as fiber optic, but you've got two. You've got a light, like you've got a receiver.
This is
and
infrared data transfer, which has always been a little bit, well, since the 80s, outdated.
No. It's made fucking
Because it's still
strides.
line of sight.
It's true.
That's the issue with that data transfer.
True. But it's also easy enough to do, and all the bandwidth, the potential bandwidth on it is fucking huge, and the speeds
No,
are.
there's a reason why they still use fiber optics for high-speed data transfer is because it's fucking phenomenal. But then you're reflecting light in a confined fiber rather than spraying it out on a room where there's line of sight and shadows and shit.
Fiber optics is much better.
So do like traditional light bulbs use more or less energy than like LED?
More.
Sweet. So they're again, like the trains, they are technically obsolete apart from the fact that they haven't
You can
been
still get hold of them somehow.
cheap. And easy to
obsoleted
get.
so far. Yeah.
They're cheaper to make
I'll
LEDs
tell you what.
than...
Yeah.
I'm still
Edison
using
bulbs.
a cup with a handle when there were hats with straws.
Love that shit.
There we go.
This is a good point. Why are we still eating food?
Very true.
We're in the future now. This is 2017. Now,
There's
that's a
that-
futuristic number. Why haven't we got pill food yet?
There's that Huel stuff. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I have. I'm on Instagram.
Oh yes, Soylent and Green by any other name.
So
Apart-
basically,
Human
like,
fuel.
also not
Protein
protein
drink
containing humans.
protein shakes / food replacement. So it's kind of...
It's supposed to have everything the human body requires in a drink.
As in, you wouldn't have to eat.
Yes.
And it's a fitness thing that you send away and get this thing, and then girls on Instagram show pictures of it. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a weird thing, but it's a thing. I'd love to see someone live on it.
Speaking about weird things on Instagram, has anyone seen this fucking Sophie thing that's been going on recently?
I do not Instagram.
Okay, right. So I do Instagram a lot. I really enjoy it because reading is for suckers.
And you also like pretty girls with tattoos.
I like girls with tattoos, big tits, and men with tattoos as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
I objectify everyone equally. Thank you very much. But no, there's this weird, like, legal... It's a legal high, but it's classed as a herbal high more than anything else.
What's the difference between legal and herbal high?
One's sprayed chemicals on bushweed, and the other one is like this thing that's apparently been created. Basically, it's got the same kind of feeling as MD in some kind of specifically scientifically created herbal extract thing.
Isn't that
And
what
it's
most
just-
drugs
it's been-
are related from?
And it's been
Yeah, they absolutely are.
Okay.
But it's been hitting the fucking Instagram like crazy because they're all claiming like this is the world's first safe legal high with no side effects. And it's just like, oh, this is bad news all over it. And there's just people publicising this shit on Instagram constantly.
It got
This is going
reviewed
to go
by
bad.
by some sort of
Mixed Mag.
American based. Yeah, it was Mixmag did a
Mixmag
review of
did
it. Yeah.
And they just went, yeah, it's all right. I'll have an E though, mate. That's basically what
Wasn't
all...
that the argument for LSD? That was supposed to have no health.
Well, no, because that was created as a hunger suppressant by the army, wasn't it?
But yeah, they were saying like that's supposedly supposed to be the safe drug.
Apart from it makes you want to move to San Francisco.
Also, it's the same story with MDMA. The person,
everything-
the guy who developed MDMA developed it to be taken in small doses and to be to replace kind of convivial cocktails.
Right.
He presented as like a situation of taking a small amount while you're on a train going somewhere or something similar like that. And take a small
Fuck it,
amount.
let's do some bang MD bombs on a train. That's that.
Oh no. Anywhere where you can't just open the windows to the exact place you need them.
Oh,
Bad move. Bad move.
Anyway, sorry, yeah, obsolete tech. No,
It's all right. I think we've covered it. I do believe we have covered it.
I'm going to say vinyl
I'm trying to
is
think of more.
fucking shit in nowadays. Like, there's no point unless you're producing an album to be listened to on vinyl. as they did when that was how you put out an album.
I will give the actual art of scratching and mixing kind of works a little better.
Not really, son. It's so much easier when you can see the waveform.
Oh, true. Yeah. All right. Cool. Fuck vinyl. Fuck all old tech. Let's move on. So I believe Tom.
Yes.
That was,
Where am I at?
that was you,
host?
John, wasn't it? Yeah.
Host pot, innit?
No, it's one from
Pitchpot.
the Pitch Pots.
Get your whimsy on, guys. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I love how small these are. They're so diddy. Right. So this is a kids' family film. Big Can Flower Home.
Big can.
Big Can Flower Home.
Big Can Flower Home.
So flower is
No,
a verb.
big can't flower home. Very
Yes, exactly.
often,
Flower is a verb, and big can do this.
but- yeah. I like that we thought of it the same way.
Yeah, I like it.
But who is big? What is flowering? Where is home?
Well,
Where the flower is.
Yeah, big is literally growing his home.
He can't. Yeah, he can't flower. So homes are grown,
Okay.
right? And big can't flower his home. He's having a tough time of it. He can't. It's all about teaching kids to look after plants and to grow things and to enjoy nature.
Aww.
See, all I'm seeing in
While
my
teaching them bad English.
When I'm thinking, yeah, for some reason, when I'm thinking big, I'm thinking some like happy little some happy sort of big Snorlax type thing.
bit
sort of
clumsy,
A bit clumsy, but yeah, a little bit like, what was that Studio Ghibli with the big
Totoro.
yeah.
No, correct pronunciation. Please.
Totoro.
No.
Totoro.
Totoro.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
cool.
Big
haven't seen
Totoro.
it.
Like a big Totoro thing, but walking around with like a watering can, trying to get a house. He's like, I need a home.
Yeah, okay, so sorry listeners, I'm going to talk about video games again. So did anyone play Grow Home?
Grow home.
No.
Okay, so basically you're a little robot and you're on the Earth. And up in the stars is your spaceship, and you've got to get back there, and that's where your home is. And basically what you end up doing is kind of nurturing these plants to climb them and grow up to the spaceship.
Wow.
Oh, clever.
And it's really pretty, it's really engaging, really fun, and it's all gorgeous. The entire game is gorgeous. So all I'm seeing is Big is on the Earth, and his home is up a mountain somewhere. And it's an unsurmountable cliff. And he's got to grow plants in order to climb up this cliff.
Yes, I like that.
Because his mummy's got dinner on.
How did he find himself at the bottom
he
of the
walks
mountain?
around.
then?
He has to look after his brother Small.
Small ran away. And he had to go find Small.
Oh,
And
and plants-
although
but
he
they
can get
can't
back
get
up the mountain,
home.
Small can't get back up the mountain.
So Big actually has to plant a trail of flowers home for Small to follow.
Yes.
Oh, I like
that's
it.
very
Because big
sweet.
can flower home, but small can't.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very nice. It's a shame it's not a video game, because otherwise I would say it was
That'd be-
Sonic's,
yeah.
Sonic's Big the Cat. And it was a kind of a Japanese flower arranging simulator.
Oh wow. Did we work out how they got to the bottom of the mountain? Did he just fall off and roll down?
Yeah,
Umbrella,
okay.
little tiny umbrella, little
Yeah,
tiny
accidentally
umbrella,
grabbed onto
floated
it.
down.
I think Small got distracted by a butterfly.
Yeah,
And
Small got
just-
distracted.
Oh, that's very
and
good.
Big had to go look for him.
Yeah. Yeah. So Small
finds
was
him in the deepest, darkest wood.
Small was in the back garden playing happy. It was all lovely, and then there's a butterfly comes along and butterfly, and then Small chases the butterfly and goes away. Big notices this at about the point that Mum calls
got
for
dinner
dinner
ready.
time.
Yeah.
So it's the story of Big planting flowers on his way to like figure out where Small's gone. But the conflict comes in
Almost
that
like a trail of breadcrumbs.
this
so they
takes
can
some
find
time.
their way home.
Yeah, but the conflict comes when so
Can big be really small and small be really big? Is that
Oh, let's
okay?
not do the Kevin Tony thing again.
So yeah. Okay, so and the whole thing is a lovely little family fable about brotherly, sisterly, sibling love
And feeding plants and protecting the environment and stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, this
and-
story's
and
making me
'cause it's-
feel all warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, because
inside.
it's a hot topic, so I've got to ruin that. So when they get home for dinner, Mum's dead.
There we are.
There you go. There you go.
And then they eat her because the journey's been hard and they need some sustenance.
And they're hungry, and they open their mouths, and it's all pointy teeth. Yeah.
Well, the reason Big had so much time to go find Small is because when Mum called dinner, Mum did it knowing that she was the dinner. So she
kind
had,
of like an octopus.
yeah, so she dinner time, and then dived headfirst into a vat of boiling oil to cook, like slowly for
Ironically, she's ruined at this point. Like they can't even eat her.
yeah. It's so sad. Yeah.
Aww. And the fable is, don't cook your mum.
Don't cook your mum. Bake her into a pie. Don't deep fry her.
Well done.
All right, wicked. Should we move on to?
Come on, we've got enough time for at least one more.
Do you want to do one more?
Yeah, let's
What are
do
we
it.
doing?
Go on then. Go
One
on
from
then.
the host.
From the host.
Hot.
This one.
Oh, that started so lovely.
It did. I was feeling warm and fuzzy.
And then we had to eat a ruined mum.
It's from Taz.
Hey.
Hey, Taz.
Life's minor disasters.
Oh, okay. So
Where did this come
B.
Haven't we covered this like a million times?
I don't mean my sister, I meant the key.
Or was there something specific you wanted to discuss?
well, okay. I think this popped into my head as a topic. It's been a while since I put topics into the pot. I think this popped into my head when I was at work and I fancied some Pringles, and I went out and I sort of had a look. And yeah, usually I'll buy barbecue or I'll buy something spicy or whatever. But it's like, fuck it. Do you know what? I haven't had salt and vinegar in a while. So I took them back to
Can't go wrong.
took them back. Yeah, I mean, you can. You can, in fact, go very, very wrong with a can of salt and vinegar Pringles. Because if nobody else wants them and you're stupid enough to eat that entire can of salt and vinegar and
You can't
Pringles,
stop.
once you eat an entire pot of salt and vinegar Pringles,
Oh, gold.
that is now just what the world tastes like. For the next week, it doesn't matter what you do.
Are you licking the world again?
You could go, like, it could be a couple of days later, and you could do a podcast wanting to talk about this, and a nice whiskey is poured out, and you start drinking it, and it tastes like salt and vinegar. It is a fucking minor disaster.
To be fair, that's like a week's worth of salt in one go.
But
Unfortunately, not a week's worth of potatoes.
so I'm talking about those kind of small disasters.
Okay.
I had one recently. Right,
Go for it.
I was getting ready for work in the morning. I was kind of running late, so I was a bit in a rush. I had a meeting, so I had to make sure I had my tie on, like, because I put tie on when it's important day. And when I was tying my shoes, which I'd nicely polished, and pulled the laces, snap.
Oh, that's a shit.
Yeah,
Minor disaster.
that is-
Broken laces are
Broken
very
laces.
definitely a minor disaster, for sure.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I'm going to miss my train because I have to go and put my trainers on, which means I can...
You can't run in trainers?
No, I would have... Having to change my shoes meant that I'm...
Oh, okay,
couldn't
fair enough.
run to grab the train because I was running late already, and it's horrible.
Okay, either A, how long does it take you to put on your pair of trainers? Or B,
Well, not long, but
No,
we
no,
were
that's
talking
pretty- that-
seconds crucial.
or B, like how late are you leaving it? Is this like last possible second to be leaving your house?
Yeah, this was... Oh, shit, I sat and watched YouTube whilst eating breakfast when I shouldn't have. Late.
Okay, cool.
So I thought we had a minor disaster there, and I looked over and the recording laptop, and there wasn't any movement on the waveform whatsoever, and I realised it stopped.
Oh!
And then I realised the window of recording was minimised.
Boom. Lucky.
Never mind.
That's
Minor
perfect.
disaster.
Well done, yes.
So,
Good.
yeah, there we go.
That's a minor disaster live. Johnny, do you have any minor disasters?
I'm sure I can think of more, but the only thing that came to mind, I'm not sure it really fits the category, but a while back, because the computer still works, I guess that's what makes it minor. I was just doing my work, I was very, very busy, and my cat jumped up onto the table and then knocked a glass of apple juice onto my computer. And then I...
Yeah.
But it still works, it's just a bit sticky. And I had to rush to the Apple store, and it was only when I got there that I realised, as I was describing it, that it was apple juice on an Apple Mac.
yeah.
And I was like, that's annoyingly nice. And,
It's also typical of bloody cats.
But like every time I press the right shift key, I have to press it and then wait 2 seconds for it to move itself back up.
It's a good thing there's
Otherwise
two.
everything is caps locked. So, yes.
I mean, to be fair, like cats, it's perhaps one of the reasons I love them. They are kind of one of life's minor disasters because they have an absolute talent for doing exactly that sort of thing.
I love that I
Absolutely,
read recently that the Earth isn't flat because by now cats would have pushed everything off the edge.
Yes.
That's a good one.
That was brilliant. I love that.
Oh, and in fact, like another thing, point to as cats being minor disasters in and of themselves is there is there's an advert that the Comedy Button do about headphones, and it's
Tweaked audio.
Yeah, tweaked audio. It's this fucking wicked thing where you got one of the hosts, Scott Bromley. He's doing the whole thing about, oh yeah, you need to get him in this colour. You can get him in this colour. You can get him in wood, which is under colour. That's an element. It's like, oh, very funny. And he talks about, it's like, yeah, but even if you got a set of headphones, they always get fucked up. So you get another pair of headphones because that pair of headphones, like you can break them, you can put them in the washer, your cat might just fuck them up. And it's like, oh yes. That is in fact cats, and also a minor disaster.
And I love the fact on that, but there's 5 minutes of that, and then at the end someone goes, "Wood isn't an element."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've got a little minor disaster that's kind of looking at us right now. Is my laptop again?
Yeah.
Where I opened my laptop in order to finish the editing of last issue, and a quarter of it is spider web and white and blotchy.
Yeah.
Something has smacked my laptop, but we're still recording on it now. And it seems fine.
It works fine. It's just a display.
The minor disaster is I can't stream games on it and play video games on it anymore. But I did that once.
Yeah.
So, fuck it.
Another one I would point to is very much party oriented, which is that point in the party where you realise, oh, we are out of like decent drinks. We don't have any of the little snacky bits. But we're all so fucked up. We're all so fucked up that no one is prepared to go, like, harrow themselves on the altar of the public. It's like, I can't go to the shops right now. Are you kidding me?
I can barely function in this shed.
Yeah, exactly. That perfect little example there of a minor disaster. Oh, God, I mean,
I like the discussion based back on the animals again. We had a minor disaster a few years ago when I went back when I was living at home. Our house rabbit chewed through the wire of my brother's stereo. We only realised what had happened because we all sat downstairs, and all of a sudden we heard thump 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 thump, and we're like, what the hell was that? We went upstairs to find the rabbit had managed to barge its way through my brother's bedroom door, which had closed behind it. So it was obviously still stuck in there. And the cord to his stereo that hung down to the floor was all chewed through. And so obviously this rabbit had chewed it
Absolute arsehole
and thought, this is probably a bad idea. And being rabbit had just thumped on the floor over and over again.
I'm bored and pissed off.
So what we'd heard was our pet getting electrocuted. That was a minor disaster. And his stereo stopped working, so we had to. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
I had a minor disaster at the 192-hour house party that I just remembered.
What's that?
I started drinking with a minor.
Oh.
So Dola had invited over
was
one of his
regaling
friends.
you stories of coal?
God, no. I like it. No, there was this girl there, and I'm going to name her fucking Becky. She was a twat. And she started bigging up to me about how much her and her mates drank. And I assumed Dale has brought her over. She's got to be at least his age. No, she was 16, 17. And so I started going, well, there's one easy way of drinking that I've found in my years of experience at the age of 21. It's take a shot of vodka, take a shot of Ribena.
Oh.
Let's do that for 2 hours.
Oh, fucking hell.
I was fine. She was vomiting everywhere. I had to clean that shit up. That was a disaster. Cool.
Yeah, sweet. All right.
I think the version of YMCA, the minor version, is a minor disaster. It's a wonderful thing, but it's
awful. Look it up on YouTube.
Da, 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 da.
It's wonderful. Go do that.
They had a minor disaster.
We're going to the YMCA and we're going to the YMCA.
I'm going to quickly take another topic.
They had a minor disaster in Chile, didn't they? That was terrible.
Musical interludes.
Hey! Wicked. Let's finish off with that. That'll be nice.
Are you sure,
a song
Tom?
right at the end of the pod.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
You're absolutely sure.
I'm absolutely sure. Fuck it. Let's do it. All right.
Cool. What we got for the musical interlude, Tom?
We've got Muscular Child
Oh, yes, of course.
which is our friend Matt's but new supergroup, I guess you'd describe it as. Actually, fuck it. Let's let him describe it. Shall I read the press release?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, cool.
He's done a press release.
Of course he has.
Excellent.
He's a professional musician, don't you know?
Oh, we've had his, a former band of his on here.
Versus Ursus, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what episode that was in, but...
Muscular Child is very, very good.
Cool. My laptop is... No, I definitely need a new laptop. The screen's fucked and it won't load Word. Right, okay. How am I going to do this? Right, hang on. Move the laptop nearer the microphone. There we go. Okay, so the term supergroup is bandied around a lot these days, but in the case of Muscular Child, it really is warranted. The UK/Switzerland/Canada based ensemble feature members from seminal genre-defining bands Human Defeat, Versus Ursus, and Flea Bite. Debut release Risk Factor 100% encapsulates the free-thinking and innovative approach of its members' other projects, fusing punk, metal, and surf to create a tantalizing oral buffet of razor-sharp riffs, pummeling drums, and searing vocals. Sorry, I should be laughing. Rehearsed and recorded.
It's pretty funny, though.
It's pretty good. Rehearsed and recorded in the space of 2 days in an abandoned mental asylum deep within a haunted forest. The songs are imbued with their surroundings teetering on the edge of sanity. These raw, unbridled slices of rock and roll will leave you battered, bruised, and begging for more. Fantastic! What a press release!
Bravo.
Okay, cool.
And where can we find them? We can find them on
You can
Bandcamp?
find that at Bandcamp, yes, so muscularchild.bandcamp.com, Instagram at muscularchild, and Twitter at childmuscular. So give them a look. All the notes will be in the show notes, of course, and here we go. Talk about a minor disaster. There's nothing I like more than hearing chilled being muscularly provoked into singing.
See, this was, I mean, I have it on good authority that yeah, they recorded a single vocal track, and yet I am, like, you can hear the voice of the wailing and the dying and the insane, obviously ghosts that are from this insane asylum, just picking up the backing vocals in the entire thing. It's absolutely, it's categorically astronomical. It's
I tell you
beautiful.
what, those searing vocals did sound like they had been dragged along the coals. They were so searing.
Those are vocals you could use to scarify oneself.
You really
I
could.
personally felt the theremin was a bit overused. I thought it added a nice layer, but I thought they should have dialed it back a little bit.
Oh, okay. So it gives you a bit of context on that. The theremin, the entire theremin interaction was created by.
That's their prog act. The theremin interaction.
It's created by a machine that would wind up fidget spinners and fire them through the field of the theremin at sort of semi-regular intervals. And the bit where they kind of hit it in.
Well, it became a bit more than
notes.
semi-regular now, didn't it?
Well, I mean, it did, and that was the
Regular
part
semi.
where
Right.
That's what I've got.
that was
Fire
kind
those
of
through a theremin, let's see what happens.
like seventh quavers. That was it was beautiful, absolutely.
When they had the breakdown with the elephants,
You mean when the elephants had a breakdown and they recorded it?
And they recorded it?
See,
Fantastic.
Which I don't know. I've got a little bit of
Trunkening.
which I've got a little bit of an issue with, because what the fuck do you expect to happen when you take a herd of wild elephants into an abandoned insane asylum
And then drag them through
In a haunted forest,
in a
right.
haunted forest for sure. But
Academia. No. Trying to think of a mental condition. Go on.
But it's one of those things. Like, I mean, I'm going to give it a pass because it
Pachyphrenia?
does sound so good. Pachyphrenia. Well played.
Much better.
The fact that the drummer was actually in a straitjacket at the time of recording was
impressive.
You've seen nothing but his forehead.
His forehead and all of the all of the paradiddling. As far as I'm aware, it was just like it was lollipop sticks taped to his eyelids.
Yeah,
which
perfect.
fucking bravo.
They got it down.
I can't help but just applaud entirely.
Right. Shall we call that a show? Oh,
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck that was.
That was reasonably in line. And
That
on
was
point,
a good time.
Well, there was constructive stuff and stories created.
We had fun.
Yeah,
Created
you're
3 nice stories.
You're
there.
right. That's more or less borderline listenable rubbish, and that is the pot topic credo.
Compared to the last few I've been on, where it's descended into utter kind of slightly wrong, slightly not good recording.
You're right. We've
mess.
let ourselves down.
If you have
You've lit
enjoyed
yourselves
your time with us, do send us in a letter telling us how much you earn so that we can come and rob you.
We consider a distinct favour. So I believe it's plug time.
Is anyone got anything to plug?
So Chris, I believe you're running a new series at the moment.
I am. So by the time this comes out, I'm guessing there'll probably be a couple of episodes out, at least, of my new series on the Howitzerbug YouTube channel for Inside.
Excited.
Which
I have to admit, so far I'm thoroughly enjoying.
Do you love that game? Oh, it's so good.
Purely because apparently it's worked in some fashion. I'm gonna replug again. Thank you, Rikard, for reading it, but I'm gonna plug my book again.
Yes.
Go find it on Amazon. You can find it just by putting in Walking Out. If you want to be real fancy, do a search for Walking Out Taran Wilmore. You can find me you can't really find me. You can find me a year and a half ago on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Taran Wilmore Books. That's TARANWILMORE Books. And also a quick plug for Sense8 that you can find on Netflix.
Sense8!
For fuck's sake, I do not know. I've just started watching almost complete on season 2.
Yeah.
I never know in any given situation if I want to cry, come, cheer, or chuckle. Quite often, it's all fucking 4.
Yeah, at the
that
same
show
time.
is incredible, Johnny.
Yeah, I don't understand Sense8, and I keep watching it, and I have no idea what I'm watching. Still don't, which is why I keep watching, I think. It's not out yet, but I guess I should plug a recent EP that I just finished recording with 2 guys in Turkey.
It's good.
The band is called This Living Hand. The EP will be called Risen. We're just putting finishing touches to the artwork and stuff, and then it'll be out on all the good things like Spotify and iTunes and whatnot. So we'll update you when that happens.
Yeah!
Watch that space, not this one.
It is very good.
Cool. And I'm just going to do a weird one. I'm going to promote my friend's YouTube channel. He goes riding bikes in the country and then has a GoPro on his head.
Who's that?
Okay.
Lukas Loc. So it's Lukas, surname Loc. Go look it up if you want something serene to watch a dude.
I was going to say, that sounds quite relaxing.
Until you look at his face.
Okay.
Is that him being very bruised or painted?
Audio medium.
He's just looking at a hill, I think, and just going, oh.
Okay.
Hell, I'm going to conquer you.
Fuck it. It's someone riding a bike in the country. It's quite peaceful.
Nice.
YouTube, done. All right. Cool.
Let's go.
Right, cue the music. Share and tell a friend. It's the only way we're going to get more listeners. The website is pottopicpodcast.com. Go there and find all our various links and shit for Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all your social medias. Just look for Pot Topic Podcast. You'll find it. Send emails with your Pol Pot audio topics. Please, we need some. Emails at pottopicpodcast.com. And we'll read anything you send us on air as well. Rate and reviews on iTunes and Stitcher. Fucking bothered. I don't know what it does for us, algorithms. Like the video on YouTube.
Yes.
And of course,
I recently realised that at this point in the situation, the music is so loud.
Really loud by now.
yeah, my shit, yeah.
I thought my two options were either I could shout it from over there, or right up close and do it like this. And I would personally like to thank Orangafruüp with 2 U's for the use of their song Trippples with 3 P's, which we're using as our theme tune and exit music. You can hear it at the beginning and right now. There it is. You can find the song on the self-titled album Orangafruüp with 2 U's, which you can find on Bandcamp. I suggest you go and buy it because it's very, very good. And then just have all your money, go buy. Oh, thank you, Orangafruüp for Trippples with 3 P's and 2 U's.
And and of course, thank you all the hosts for joining me tonight, and thank you of course for listening. Can I get a Bosky? Madam Corbin.
Topic presents Bird Song.
The sounds
What
of
topic
Kent.
presents Bird Song? Chicken fucks. Cut it. Pop.
I've never heard so many people moan how loud the bird song is at back gardeners on Saturday.
Oh, really?
Really?
Like, Rita's always done it.
Yes. I mean,
But then, like, Andy was going, it's so fucking loud out here. I was like, don't hear it at all.
no. I mean, the few times I've woken up in the living room, like I always really like hearing the birds.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It's really nice.
Birds in the morning is lovely.
Yeah.
There's nothing like waking up to another species of animal shouting fuck me or fuck off. It's like, yay. Pretty.
Seems the world and its cousin is vaping now. Everyone at my new work is just vape. It's weird. It's weird to stand next to smokers and feel ostracised for smoking.
Welcome to the new age. To the new age. Welcome to the new age.
That song is Dinosaur now.
Ironically, I used a contactless card for the first time today, and the bar lady looked at me like I was an absolute maniac. I was just like, "Oh, did that work? Is that done now?" Ah!
Let's tell us about. Tell us the full story.
Yeah, sure. I think that was. There's no cliffhanger. There's no plot twist.
Ooh, hello. Oh, right. Okay, that's why it's doing weird. You're not a pencil. Or are you? No, you are.
You're not a pencil. That's a greeting for you. You're not a pencil.
Well, it's doing blue things on one side and then pencil things on the other side. This is
This is a bit of a coloured,
yeah.
slightly coloured pencil.
Why's it got to be coloured? Yeah.
Yeah, in pencils, coloured means not black. That's weird.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
I need sound effects.
You should have a button for that.
Yeah,
Really
mind
should.
blow. Shatter glass and lazy sounds.
I'm gonna have a really smelly snack now. Hold on.
Meaty snack. It's alright. Well, okay, you eat your meaty snack and then we'll carry on because
Right.
eating on microphone is
No, I know what you're talking about.
bullshit.
I like putting M&M's up my nose.
And actually, I did that this week as well. Like, what was it? Oh, it was just before the pie. No, it wasn't. It was Monday. Went to London and walked around. So, Rita said, "Come on, Tom, let's go up London. I've got to go to uni for 5 minutes, and then we'll just walk
day in
around
London.
London."
Nice.
Fantastic, yeah, excellent. You do not give me an open-ended day.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What did you end up doing?
Well, that's the problem. I just go, well, I don't know what to do. What do you want to do? I don't know. All right, let's walk around.
Nothing.
It's hot and you're trying to push past people in central London. I start just not talking and just walking. And she gets more and more annoyed the fact that I'm not talking and just keeps walking. So we walked from, like, her uni to Trafalgar Square, which is a fair old slog.
Where's her uni?
It's nice to go
Baker
just
Street.
walk.
So it's not massive walk, but I mean, it's decent.
When were you there?
Was it Monday?
Yeah.
I've lost track of
Oh,
days.
if you're
so
there
it must
around
have been.
lunchtime, you should call, ring me or something.
Yeah,
I'll come out
and
with you.
me.
This was the thing. Like, I was left in
Hang
a
on, where
pub
do you
for
work?
half
What
an
do you do up
hour.
there, yeah.
I'm on Bishopsgate,
What?
near London Bridge,
Oh, okay, cool.
but north of the river.
What do you do?
What do? I do information security
Ooh.
at the moment. Well, that's so I'm supposed to do all different projects, but that's our current project, and now they're making a new team for information security, so I might go into that full time, and I'll be an analyst. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'll actually have a career, like, with a title. I've never had that before.
Okay.
Rather than just administrator.
Well, that's Chris. He does Chris things.
I'll leave you.
basically.
I'll leave you with this. I'd love the job title of analyst because in the back of my mind, I'd always be thinking, I'm an analyst.
So we're walking around London, and eventually it gets to the point where I'm feeling quite bad. So I just go, look, let's go Tesco's, get some picnic stuff, and go to Buckingham Palace, and we'll just sit in the green around there. Yeah. Excellent. So that's the turning point, and we all just from then it was lovely. We just went to Leicester Square and went to the M&M store and the Lego store and all that kind of stuff. Walked in the Lego store and Rita went, wow, it's amazing. Oh, let's get some Lego. I went, well, we could get the like £100 photo booth where you make your own face out of Lego. She was like, oh, that's pretty cool, but here's £100. I went, it's probably the cheapest thing in here, love.
Yeah.
Lego's ridiculous.
No.
It was pretty close.
No.
To be fair, I almost bought a Ghostbusters thing that was about £150.
There are definitely some keychains that are under £10.
There's a keychain under £10, I reckon. And then we walked into the M&M store and she just went, it smells like chocolate in here. I went, don't know why.
That is the worst place in the world because there are so many thousands of varieties of M&Ms and they sell two.
Yeah. They got
What is the point?
They got
Peanut.
chocolate and peanut.
yeah, and that's it.
What is the point? of
Why?
that? How is it still open?
Because
Why did it open?
tourists will go
What is
in there
it?
and spend £100 on a bag of M&Ms that big.
But
Yeah.
there's so many. There's
Really?
crispy, there's
Yeah.
pretzel,
No,
there's
that-
minty,
that's-
there's... Why do they not do more
That
varieties?
was literally
I have no
the
idea.
whole thinking behind it.
It's just
Like,
like
will
people
say-
spend money.
yeah.
I will say,
If we build
right
it, they
next
will
door,
come.
right next door is the Nickelodeon shop. Now that place is fucking cool.
Yeah?
First thing I walk in, half the fucking shop is SpongeBob SquarePants, which is awesome, awesome stuff. And then I walk into the next bit, and it's like there's a whole section of Ren and Stimpy, and I'm just like, oh shit, I need to get out of here quick. All right, keep walking. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles section. Fuck shit.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if you find yourself in like the Trafalgar Square area again, and it's just kind of a loose end, and it's not kind of during show hours, give me a shout. I'd fucking love to like show people around my work.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, that would have been a good shout.
Awesome.
Instead, I just went to Forbidden Planet and walked around there going, oh, fuck, shit.
And then
went to Orc's Nest and went, fuck it.
Yeah.
I've been good so far today. I'm going to buy 3 things.
Orc's Nest is very nice.
That was good.
Mr. Captain Sickbeard.
You're right, Dom.
You're right,
Right,
Dom. Who, by the way, I was having a look at the Pot Topic group chat. He is here with us in spirit, which he sent along with a picture of whiskey.
In this spirit.
Yes, literal
I've met
spirit.
him, what,
The
3
poor
times
man.
now? He's such a nice bloke.
Yes.
He's got to be listening to the Pot Topic.
Yeah.
Okay, from him. Meanwhile, in Universe B, the Pot Topic podcast hosts are sitting down about to discuss the topic of...
Double print. We had this last week.
I was going to say something about this.
Yeah,
Let's do another
this
one.
was,
Yeah,
this was
yeah,
in fact
that'll
one
be
of the
another
biggest
one.
laughs from last week. No, it was good. It was very good. Took fucking ages to get there, though.
We've had similar topics before, so...
Hello, Captain Sickbeard.
You're right, Dom.
I just crossed out. Yeah, go on.
Why?
You're right, Dom, yeah.
What's WSFOC?
World's slowest form of communication. This is Rikard and Captain Sickbeard sending in topics to communicate to each other. So I'm going to point out that
He had to repeat himself,
last
though.
week, Captain Sickbeard asked, "Where do you live?" And Rikard replied, "I didn't quite hear that. What did you say? Please repeat it." So if this works,
No, it doesn't. I don't think so. Ricard, in truth, I'm not really into football, but I did win some money as I made a troll bet against England. I made a troll bet against England that came in. I made a troll bet against England.
this is going back a long time.
No.
I made a troll bet against England that came in. Whereabouts do you live?
It is in fact exactly the same one. Are we
We've
throwing
had
topics
this one.
back in?
It sounds
No,
like
that
someone
one
is-
we must have thrown back in.
Oh, did I just get
I've
two
definitely
double? One more
heard
then?
that. Yeah,
Once,
Don't throw it back.
Once again.
I'll have to edit this out, but it'll be in the bloopers.
Bloopers.
For fuck's sake. I don't know how this keeps happening,
Right,
seriously.
this one is from Captain Sickbeard.
Boom. Show done. Lovely.
That's what I call a show, innit?
Oh, I call for you show. I listen to podcasts. Well done, guys. Thank you all.
Thoroughly.
It's, possible.